got a hog. No, I don't. Saw a hog yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. The hogs have been fucking out crazy. Oh, trying to fucking get used to this shit. Need to Yarg. Yeah, my Yarg's been pretty crazy. What's up, Big Jams? How's the eczema going? How's the eczema going, Big Jams? Hopefully I'm on all chat. I don't know. This entire fucking setup is different since the last time I streamed, so I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. What's up, Big Tony? How's it going, my brother? Maltesers. I can take a guess who 50G's baby 67 is. I could take a wild guess. Only Yargers in here. Probably only going to be Yargers in here. I don't think any of my subscribers are even going to get notified by this. So that Joker? Yeah, I got a couple jokes. So we got that Joker, then we got a Harley Quinn, and then we got a kitty, and then we got an old Ricky Morton poster, and then we got another Joker. And Hap! It's always good to see you, Hap. Need some Hap. Need some eggy Hap brain in my life right now. I'm fucking starving. So how are you guys? I mean, it's my fucking stream. I should be talking about how I am, but I don't really want to talk about how I am. Because today, what time is it? Almost 24 hours exactly. Last 24 hours, the last 26 hours has been fucking brutal for me. I need a Weberoni in my life. Yeah, Weberoni should definitely help you out with your skin condition. No, dude, you do not want a Weberoni. I had a Weberoni once, and so did Sig. And we both have the same exact experience of it. It's so frustrating because Weberoni, it's just really tiny thin strips of pepperoni, which already is a subpar pizza topping in my book. But at the very least, like big slices, thick slices of pepperoni, when you put it in the oven, like it'll congeal that grease on top, which makes it taste pretty good. And Weberoni just doesn't have that because they're so thin, and you get like probably a third to a fourth of the Weberoni that you would normally. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be thoroughly disappointed, definitely get a Weberoni. But fuck Weberonis, dude. But I love that I made it a meme. And tandoori chicken pizza. Merm found sleeping pills. Oh my dude. Speaking of Merm sleeping pills. What's up, Hobknocker? How's it going? Do I still drink Locos? No, I've been off the Locos. I had one Loco at the end of July. And like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. I had one grape Loco at the end of July, and then no. I stopped drinking altogether, like I think it was like February-ish. And from like February to April-ish, May, whenever I was going out with that fat hog. You're a good, Big Hap. I was completely sober, and then fat hog got me back into drinking, and I was drinking Locos again for like maybe 3 weeks, and my body was just breaking down from all the sugar. So I switched to vodka. So I'm not drinking right now on account of I literally have no money. This is the brokest I've ever been, I think, in my life. Like, I'm so in debt, and it's just not good. But even if I did have money, I don't know. I in Esoteric Only is a small group chat. I was saying for at least for the rest of August, I was gonna not drink. And I said this last night. But I said that as I was drinking, but I ended up going to bed early, and then I woke up with half a fucking thing left of vodka sitting next to me. So I woke up and drank it, and I didn't really get drunk, but I did drink. And that was a bad idea. I I'm pretty sure Joey, you're like this too. Um, but as soon as I start coming down from alcohol, I am a nightmare. Like my mental state is just uncontrollable, and I'm a miserable human being to be around. And so, which is why I have to sleep it off. Like even if it's just for like an hour or two, if I sleep it off, I wake up and I'm totally fine. But I didn't drink enough to sleep this morning, so I came down, and yeah, it's not fun. But yeah, Merm sleeping pills too. I've been abusing those every single night to go to bed for like the past, I don't even know. I think I've been doing it since I stopped drinking back in like January, February, whenever that was. And and down to here if you've opened the Steph DM. Oh God, oh God. I mean, she might fucking be watching right now, but okay, yeah. So I did open it. I and I oh I mean I opened it, and all it was, so like 2 years, literally 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, which was the last time I even tried to speak with her. I said, hey, Big Steph, can you DM me Big John's number? Big John was our meth dealer, who's also my future worst case scenario, and also one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And he's absolutely what I could become if I'm just a druggy retard who doesn't end up getting my shit together. Um, but about 2 years ago, I had a strong gut feeling that something was up with him. I didn't think he was dead or anything. Although now he's got to be pushing 75. Not like when I knew him, I think he was like 63, and that was 10 years ago. So he's like 73 now. But I just had that feeling. I was like, I should get a hold of him. And she did. I just no response. Didn't look at it. And then yeah, randomly last week she texted me his number and Cheryl's number, and then I was like, and that pissed me off. So I was like, what the fuck? You're waiting this long to do it? And I wasn't gonna say anything in return, but then I got recommended a reel on Instagram that was so specific. It was such a specific fucking uh, thing, like inside joke that me and Steph had called Pussy Teriyaki, and it was literally the reel was a fucking bitch putting fucking chicken teriyaki inside of her fucking pussy to warm it up. Not like actually inside her pussy, but like by it. Um, wait, fuck, the phone cut off the second you started. Shit. Okay. Again. Okay. Okay. So wait, where were you at? I said. Well, I waited a few days. She basically she texted me a picture of Big John's number, and I asked for his number 2 years ago when I thought something was wrong with him, and that I need to get a hold of him, and she just randomly did it. And then I didn't respond, but then I did happen to respond because yeah, like I said, I got recommended a reel that was Pussy Teriyaki, so I just sent her a reel, said Pussy Teriyaki etc. And of course she didn't even look at it. Just fucking girls playing those fucking head games. It was fucking me up for a while, but last few days I've made it. Not today. Well, I tried today. There just weren't any hogs, but where I was. But last I'd say 4 or 5 days, like I made it a point to, like, every time I see a hog. Oh, let me tell this story. Let me fucking tell this story, because this has been on my mind, and this is really, 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 really fucking bothering me. Percentage odds. What? Elaborate. Big Hap. I don't know what you're talking about. Haha. Hey, Kev. What's up, Big Kev? But so was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I'm positive. It was Saturday because it was right before the card started. I rolled down a BB bot because I had some hair fad koopies. It was just like the reward shits, but I was able to get a free bull. So as someone who's had literally no money besides the $10 Sig sent me a few nights ago, I've been living off hair fad koopies. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But as I get to BB-Bot, like a hog, an HAWG, a hog of hogs, she parks right next to me, and she gets out, and so she's out like just in front of me, and she's wearing a like a really nice summer white dress. Liked her style. Liked her. I was immediately attracted to her from behind. You know, there's just some people that it's just their energy you're attracted to. You don't even know what they fucking look like, but you still you're still like, I don't know, you still feel that attraction. But anyways, and she goes in line in front of me, and I see her face. I'm like, holy shit, okay, this is a hog. It's not only am I attracted to this hog's back, I'm attracted to this hog's front as well. And as for paying, I told her, I just said, hey, I tried to say you look absolutely adorable in that dress, which is that's my go-to when I don't really have anything else. Although my main go-to is there's just something about your energy. Like, I just had to come up and say hi to, like, there's just like compliment them on their energy, something like that. But anyways, she looks at me, and she's got the most piercing fucking Avril Lavigne before she got cloned and replaced. I actually don't think Avril got cloned. She definitely got killed and was replaced, but like whoever replaced her does have life behind her eyes, but it's not the same person. It's really obvious. Avril is like one of my top celebrity crushes of all time, and it's mostly because of her eyes. And the new Avril just doesn't have eyes like that. But this hog had Avril eyes, like those deep, deep, piercing Scorpio eyes that you only get from having like multiple heavy Scorpio placements. And as soon as she like, and she was very, very receptive to it. But as soon as she started looking at me, I just started freezing up, which happens sometimes. But this is the first time like I froze up like bad, and I just started like doing the worst shit ever. Like, I would never in a million years ask like interview questions, but I started asking interview questions. Like, it's like her eyes intimidated me so fucking much. But anyways, we talked for a few minutes, and then we went our separate ways. But the thing about her is she was wearing a very specific perfume, and I have a giant nose. I hate most perfumes, but she was wearing a very specific perfume that I smelled all the fucking time when I lived in Seattle. But I think I've smelled it maybe 2 or 3 times since moving here, and I never smelled it in California. Like, I don't know what it's called, but all the hogs in fucking Seattle, at least, they all wear the same perfume, and I really like it. And she was wearing this perfume. Anyways, I get home, and I can still smell that perfume, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. But sometimes scents just kind of get like stuck in my fat Junos, you know. But then, and I kept smelling it all night, and it was like so weird. And then yesterday, last night as well, I was smelling it again. And then I woke up this morning, and I smelled it again. And it's not just in my fat head. So I don't know if she's thinking about me too. It's hard to imagine she is, because I fucking fudged the bucket so bad. Like, it's good that I fucking talk to her at least. But anyway, so then I started she told me her name, and she told me where she lived, and I think it was Sunday I looked on Facebook and Instagram. I just, for her first name and like location, I couldn't find her. But today, for whatever reason, I woke up, and her sense was just so in me, like it was like a part of me. And then something told me, just like, dude, just look up her name on Google, see what comes up. Sure enough, fucking 1 minute later, I find her fucking LinkedIn, and I have to fucking make a LinkedIn account, because you have to have a LinkedIn account to look at profiles and that. So I actually fucking did that, and I fucking saw her like, yeah. So that's what I did this morning, and that was fucking really sad, pathetic. One of many sad, pathetic things that I've been doing lately. Like, life has not been great, but I've been trying at least. At least I've been trying. If she's into you, though, she's for sure going to be watching this back and reading the comments, and I almost guarantee she's here probably right now. Well, here's the thing. Hap, is that even if she does have notifications on, I haven't streamed anything in like 2 years. I think might even be more. So I don't think. What's up, Big Sig? I don't remember making Sig a mod, but that's all right. When did I fucking do that? How long ago was that? Holy shit! I think my last stream was a really drunk stream. But yeah, so like, I don't know. Like, she's got a kid now, and like, I feel like she's obviously curious about me and shit like that. But I don't know. She knows it. She knows if she started talking to me, like she's gonna start comparing me to her fucking 5'5" beaner fucking husband. You know, so that's probably not gonna be good for her family life. So I get it. I totally get it. Avril had a special energy pre-19. Dude, Avril Lavigne, her eyes, her teeth, and her voice, like just her speaking voice, are so unique and so one of one. And I remember, like when I when I remember, like sometimes you forget about childhood crushes, but a while ago I was like thinking about her, and I was like looking at interviews and stuff, and I was like, I bet you anything this bitch has some heavy Scorpio placements. Sure enough, she's got a stellium, fucking pun intended, a stellium. That just means you got 4 planets in the same, either in the same house or in the same sign, and she has four Scorpio planets, and that's why her eyes are so fucking intense. And that's why she's such an intense, or she was such an intense and interesting person. I miss Avril. She was my middle school crush. She was my high school crush. For me, Avril Lavigne probably number 1, and then Kate Winslet number 2. Those 2 women, they do something to me. But same ritual works on women too. Scent ritual. Yeah. Do you think she's smelling my fucking nasty ass? Haven't fucking washed my fucking clothes in months because I don't have money to fucking do it. Like I wash my clothes in the fucking sink, but like I don't waste my money on the fucking washing machine. It's been that bad, my nigga. I think like August or September 2012. Yeah, it's been like 2 months. I mean 2 years. And I was that was when I was really hitting my stride when it came to the locos. I fucking miss the loco days, man. It was a simpler time, dude. It was a simpler time. And even though this entire month I've been drinking a lot of vodka, it's just not quite the same. Vodka drunk, it's fine. It's fine. It's my favorite of the hard alcohols for sure. I hate rum because I could just keep drinking it. Like when Walmart doesn't have vodka and I have to settle for rum, I will just drink an entire fifth, and I will still want more. Whereas with vodka, if there's no food in my stomach, like half a fifth to like 2/3 of a fifth will get me really fucking good. And it's just a better type of drunk too. And rum gives me the worst yards as well. But I think it's more because I've drink more because of rum. Um, my ex hog has 2 babies popped out. I swear that doesn't stop anything. Well, it doesn't stop feelings. It doesn't stop feelings for sure. Like me and Big, like I have 3 hogs in my past that maybe even 4. I can't really say Kiana, but I have 3 hogs in my past for sure. And I told the Big Angie story in I told it to Big Sack and Big Sig. I don't know if I'm gonna say it on stream just because it's so unbelievable, and it truly is. I've only told it once, literally only told it once, and it was a few weeks ago to Sig and Sack, because it's so esoteric. And this happened when I was 17. This was when I was agnostic. I wasn't spiritual at all. I mean, I had the spiritual gift, but I didn't have any spiritual beliefs. I wasn't like tapped in or clued into anything like that. And the craziest fucking spiritual experience I'd say of my life happened not to me, but to Angie. And it completely derailed my entire fucking life. It really did. Because that was a perfect relationship. I didn't love her like I loved Emily and like I loved Steph, but I did love her. But she treated me so well. She was such an amazing girlfriend, just with how she treated me, and her family was so supportive of me. And like the first time I met him, it felt like, oh shit, finally a fucking home system I can thrive in. So like I was over at their house all the fucking time, and we had a really, really good relationship until this thing happened. And long story short, something happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but something like I think she got cloned. An event happened late one rainy night in like December, January, and then the next, she was just never the same. Like there was the look in her eyes wasn't the same. And even though we still had a good relationship, it was like my connection to her, it just started dwindling. And then eventually I broke up with her. So but I still feel like, so I don't know if my connection is to her, like my connection to Avril Lavigne is to the original Avril Lavigne. My connection to Angie is to the original Angie. Like I miss the fuck out of her. But um that girl died almost 20 years ago. It was when I was 17. Yeah. No, wait. No, over 20. Fuck, sorry. Over 20 years ago. Holy fuck. Literally, I'm fucking old. I am fucking old. Older than fucking dude, older than I thought I would be. I thought I'd be dead by now. Rip Sig. Yeah, committed employee side. Dude, I feel bad for you, dude. But at the same time, I need to commit employee side too, because my financial situation right now it's so bad. I can't stress that enough. It's so bad. It's this entire month. Well, it was actually so good. It was actually so good for 2 days. I made over $3,000 in about 30 hours. The next day, I lost all of it. So I think I want to say that was August 1st or 2nd. It was sometime in the beginning of the month. And ever since then, like I've been spiraling. I've been spiraling, and I think I've been trying to like compensate for my obvious retardations and my obvious like dumb mistakes by just going out hogging, just talking to hogs and just trying to ease my fucking loneliness that way. Just wish Isaac appreciated his hair. I thought Isaac was bald, dude. I'm pretty sure Isaac has no hair. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure Isaac has no hair. He's 19. He's most people by the time they're 19 are fully bald. At least that's what Kev says. Isaac is a larper. Vodka drunk doesn't hit compared to sugary whiskey drunk. True, but whiskey gives me the worst fucking heartburn. And I've told you this a couple times, Big Hat. But if you ain't regularly taking baking soda with water when you drink or when you work out, you are or whenever you have heartburn, you're fucking up big time. Because A, it is so good with heartburn. B, is so good at calming your stomach when you're drinking too much. And C, it genuinely is a performance enhancer. Ever since the sun turned back to being yellow, what was it, like a little over a month ago, I started swimming a lot again. Like I stopped swimming because it just that white brutal sun just hurt my skin so fucking much that it just wasn't worth it. But I love swimming. I love pool. I love all that shit. I love the hogs that lay out in the sun. I love like the whole scene. It's nice, especially like in Cleveland where there's 4 seasons and we only get a few months of it a year. So anyways, but normally if I drink the day before or if I'm drunk during the pool and I go swimming, like my oxygen levels are way lower. Like it's really hard for me to even swim across the length of the pool, which if I haven't drank in a few days, I can easily go 2 lengths of the pool, sometimes 3. It's not a very big pool, so it's impressive, but not that impressive. But if I take like a tablespoon of baking soda before, it completely negates it, and I could just swim like I happened a few days ago. I was swimming drunk as fuck, and it was like I was sober. Like there was no difference in my blood's capability to to get oxygen into my body. So I highly recommend everyone watching. Baking soda is one of the best cheap performance enhancers that I've come across. Hi, what's up, Strong Flux? Yeah, good story. Yeah, it is a good story, but it's also I guess I told it once, and I was getting I remember I was really drunk when I told it, but I was getting really emotional. If I told it again sober, I will probably start crying. Like you guys know me. I am fucking emu. I am no stranger to crying. One of you guys, I think it was Isaac. One of you guys asked how often I cry, and I can't say like I cry like once a week or once a month or 10 times a year. Like it comes in spurts, but these last few weeks, it's been nearly every day. And like sometimes it's just like one tear that I'm fighting back and it's not too bad, it goes away. And other times I'm just fucking weeping. Um, it's just been like something in the energy, something in the air, especially these last few days. Ever since the fucking eclipse, even though I didn't look at it and it wasn't really over Cleveland that much. I think it was like maybe like 20 or 30%. Ever since then, it's like I just feel like everything's gone against me. Which was exactly what happened. This is the precise reason why I started drinking in the first place. In the 2024 eclipse in April, the full eclipse going over Cleveland, every single person for months around, like, the energy was so, everyone was fucking pissed, and everyone was like, it was just on edge, like super on edge. It wasn't just in my head, and for me, that's had a streak of bad luck that lasted all the way until early this year. It was like a lunar eclipse that kind of completed that cycle, but then, like, we just started another solar eclipse cycle. Fuck the sun and moon, man. Fuck the sun and moon. I mean, I do believe that I know for a fact the moon isn't fucking what they say it is. Like, obviously it was put there, like, it's like Star Wars, like the Death Star. I think it's very similar to that. But I don't think it was originally put there for evil purposes. I think it's been hijacked by, like, whatever you want to call them, fallen angels, demons, aliens, whatever. There's a bunch of names for them. But I think it's been hijacked, and it's somehow, some way connected the moon to the rings of Saturn. And that's why hogs are so fucking crazy, because the moon controls the divine feminine. And that's why I don't think it's innately bad, because the sun controls the divine masculine, the moon controls the divine feminine, and when you work with those energies, a lot of good things can happen. However, every single full moon, I've been doing the garlic ritual every full moon the last 6 or 7 full moons now, and now I have no bungus worms, so I highly recommend that. Although probably none of you are going to do it, because it takes a lot of taboo. You got to cross the abyss, cross the void of taboo of sticking half a clove of garlic up your ass on the full moon. And you got to be fasted too. You got to be fasted for like at least 24 hours. But the bungus worms, which are truly some of the most demonic, vampiric things in our reality, they have no source connection. They suck your life energy. They're most active during the full moon. I yargan those motherfuckers out. The first few times, and then the last few times has been barely any, but I'm still going to keep doing it just because it's good maintenance. And then once you stick half a clove of garlic in your butt once, and that first time, it's super, like, I've never stuck anything in my butt ever. So I didn't really understand how to do it. It literally took me about 5 to 6, 7 minutes to do it. But you do it once, and you don't feel anything once it's in there. It's fucking tiny. Then it's like fucking, it's nothing. I'd recommend doing that, but I know none of you will do it unless you know for sure you really got bad bungus worms, which you probably do if you're not actively cleansing them. But especially if you're drinking a lot, which probably most of you are. Just need to recoup some losses from unemploycation, then maybe I go back. Yeah. I wish you luck, dude. What are the hogs? Okay, so Strunk. Hogs, H-O-G, is a female woman who's fat. That's a hog. But H-A-W-G, that's a hog. That's an attractive, that's a girl you're attracted to. At least that's how I use those terms interchangeably. And I usually use H-A-W-G. It's like calling a girl's ass fat, P-H-A-T. That's a compliment. H-A-W-G is a huge compliment. Been there, just got to start selling everything in possession and reach out to everyone. Oh, God. I literally have nothing. I've done that, bro. Like, I have nothing I can sell other than... No, I literally can't. Like, I literally don't have anything I can sell. Yeah, Deno Hogs, incel is good. So I'll ask you guys, what do you think? What do you think? Like, what is the time frame from the time you last had sex into now where you are officially an incel if you haven't had sex. Like I had sex with that dumb fat hog multiple times, lots of times in that short period of time. Um, the last time it was, I remember exactly. It was the White House press conference, and we got in a fight because I've said this before, but whenever I'm laughing at the TV, for whatever reason, my laugh comes off as very insincere, and I never understood. I never thought that. Like I didn't even. I never thought that. But then Stephanie would always get mad at me when I was like watching something on my phone on the TV, and I laugh, and she would genuinely get fucking furious at me. She's like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're over. You're you're exaggerating your laughter." I'm like, "No, I'm not. That's just how I laugh at things." Anyways, like it was a point of contention in our relationship for like months, and then I don't remember if she recorded me or just happened to hear a recording of myself laughing at that. And I was like, and I immediately heard it, like from a third party perspective. I was like, oh my God, she's totally right. It 1000% sounds like I am exaggerating my laugh. But that's just how I laugh at certain, like, especially like when I laugh really, really hard, I think sometimes it comes off as exaggerated, but it's like I'm genuinely not, like they are genuine laughs. Uh, but yeah, Jalal kept spamming me in DM, sending me pictures of this mop hair guy and claiming it was Isaac. I don't want to entertain it. Didn't know if it was him. I mean, I know what Isaac looks like. I can confirm it, but I don't know. I also don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to do it to Isaac. Like there's a like Isaac doesn't want his fucking face around, but I don't think. I'm pretty fucking sure Jalal doesn't know what Isaac looks like. Found Isaac easy. Isaac don't have mop hair. Isaac don't have any hair. Yeah. Did Isaac go bald at 17? Having tears way better than being spiritually dead and not able to cry over a close one's death. Yeah, true. True, Hap. Very, very true. However, the amount I've been crying lately, and quite frankly, like my entire life as a whole, like I'd say like I average probably like 50 cries a year in my adult life. I think that's too much. It's probably too much. It's probably doing me more bad than good. But I'm just an emo kid, and like the songs I listen to, a lot of my music choices are just not good. There's like 5 songs, if I hear them, like I will start weeping. Like they hit way too close to home, and I've been listening to them a lot lately. It's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. It doesn't fucking help me at all. What's my favorite horoscope? Oh, good question. Astro Seek. Astro-Seek. I really like Astro Seek. Even if you know nothing about astrology, if you know your birth time and your birthplace and your birth location, it will give you. It's not going to give you the best read, but it's gonna give you. It's going to list all the different aspects and all the different things you're likely going that are like likely attributes that you possess, and it's going to state like how those planets and how those aspects between them like interact, and then you can also do transit charts, so you know how your birth chart is interacting with the current stars. And then you can, and what I really fucking like, and it's perfect when you go hogging, because most hogs are into astrology, is synastry, which is just how your birth chart matches up against a hog's, and without fucking fail, the AstroSeek data that it spits out when you input your birthplace and your hog's birthplace, like it's eerie how fucking accurate it is. It's fucking eerie. AstroSeek, highly recommend AstroSeek. Mr. Netton got me in his grasp again. Yeah, dude, like dude, I've been every single fucking day, especially this month, every single fucking day, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna wake up, at the very least, I'm gonna make a new Instagram and start just posting videos and just try to provide value, just random. Like I have a lot of random spiritual shit and random physical shit. random health shit, dietary shit that I've just collected, over the fucking last 20 years or so. So I got a lot of information I could share. It's just I don't like I always like it. I don't have a overarching theme to any of it. Like it's all kind of random, and B, because of that, I don't think the algo's gonna like me. But that just gets me in my head, and then I just end up not doing it. It's fucking stupid. I just need to wake up and fucking do it one day. I almost did it today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe life starts tomorrow. Because I know, even though I am a very niche person and a very niche personality, I do know I can provide value. I do provide value within my cult, but I really can't talk too much about it because you're probably not going to believe it, but it's like I'm energetically locked. Like I can't really say too much of like I can't even say his name. I can't even say the guy's name. I mean, I have before, but I really don't feel comfortable doing it on YouTube. But anyways, I get paid really, really small amounts to just basically be on hold, not be on hold, be on standby. And I'm just one of the people that like it. Basically, there's a phone number for members to call in if they're having an issue or if they just need to talk, because a lot of us have huge issues. Like you got to have a huge issue if you're in a cult, whatever the fuck cult. You got to have issues. But also, but yeah, but that's what I do basically for like my main source of income. But it's like not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money at all. Ask Buzz Waldwin. Ask Buzz Aldrin about the moon of Mars and the rotating structure. The moon of Mars. I don't the monolith. I've seen the monolith on Mars. It's like, isn't it like 5 or 10 miles high? Like it's fucking huge. Like half a clove, like cut in half. Yeah, strong. So you cut it in half lengthwise because you want as much of the garlic like going into your like you want that pungent garlic odor going into your butthole. And the crazy thing about that is you do that the first time, fucking 2 minutes later, you're burping up garlic. No joke. You're burping up garlic and your armpits will fucking smell like garlic. It's like it makes your entire body just your entire fucking cavity just garlic. And then the fungus worms get pissed off because A, you're fasted all day and they don't have anything to eat. B, there's a bunch of garlic, and the myth is true. Vampires fucking hate garlic. And two of the times that the two of the first 3 times I did it, you keep it in there for like a half an hour, and then you poop it out. And I had fucking thick fungus worms that were like bigger and thicker than the piece of the garlic, and they were somehow attached to the garlic too. That came out when I yarged it out. The first time I did it, when I got off the toilet, I felt like a new man. And the first time I did it, 2 minutes in, like I could feel all the fungus, the microscopic fungus worms crawling out my ass and like dying and laying eggs frantically. It's fucking horrible. But like I saw that. I got recommended that on Instagram like a year ago, and it took me about 6-7 months to like work up to have enough bravery to fucking stick a clove of garlic up my ass. But it's just taboo. There's actually nothing weird about it if you're doing it for medical reasons. And after I yarged it out and I felt like a new man and I slept better than I had in years when I did that. It's like, okay, like I'm obviously going to keep doing this. Oh, I've been caught up for a while. Okay. I'd say a year, but 8 months is pushing it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So for me, it's been like June. So for me, it's only been like 2 months, but in my life, I've gone multiple spans of multiple years where I didn't get any hog sniz at all. The recent one was COVID. I remember I porked Big Steph like 2019 was the last time she came here. Like late 2019, and then COVID hit. I didn't pork again. And I want to say it was either 2022 or 2023. It was one of those. I don't remember. So it was either 3 or 4 years. It was crazy. And then I had another one when I was like super drugged up on heroin and shit. I think I had another like 2 to 3 year period where there was just no putty in my life, but I wasn't actively looking for it at all. I wasn't going for it whatsoever because I didn't care. I genuinely didn't care. I was just super content, just fucking blasting heroin. Don't know how far behind I'm on stream. No, fine. Don't worry about it, Hap. I'm a little bit far behind on chat, so don't worry about it. Uh, Strong said hi. Love you, Strong. Love you, Strong. Vince MP3. I like Vince MP3 a lot. Although I got to admit, I'm getting sick. I'm getting like there's just too many. There's too many MMA video montages with the same fucking songs, you know. But I do like Vince MP3. Very Deftones, very Smashing Pumpkins esque, and I love those. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Strong. I don't know what you're saying. Thank you, but probably maybe the garlic shit. I don't know, but you're welcome. Apparently, hogs want to know the exact hour and minute you were born because that's a big deal. Yes, even the exact second, which most of us don't know, including me. But yeah, that's your birth chart. You need to know the exact hour and the exact minute. If you don't, your birth chart's going to be off. And if you're off by 1 minute, that can have a huge impact on your life. And it could not. It really depends on the situation. But that's why I always thought astrology was bullshit because of the sun sign horoscopes. Oh, you're a Libra, and I always thought it's funny because I was born in October, so my sun sign is Libra. But I always like even when I thought it was all complete bullshit and just like kind of cold reading type shit. My best friend's a Scorpio, Big Adam, and I always felt like I was like I should like I'm the one that embodies more of the Scorpio energy, and he's the one that embodies more of the Libra energy. And sure enough, yeah, like your sun sign is not your most important sign. Your rising sign is, but only if you don't have any planets in your first house, or the planet that is in your first house is also ruled by that, which is what I have. I'm a Scorpio ascendant, and I also have Pluto in my first house conjoining my ascendant. And that Pluto is completely peregrine, which means it's not making any aspects to any other planets. Oh, it's making aspects to like the like my midheaven and shit, but it's not making any aspects to any planets. And Pluto was in the 1 month period where it's closest to Earth in its fucking 248 year fucking cycle. So like when I first like pieced all that together, and like I just thought about my personality and the way I look, like my fucking eyes. Look at my fucking eyes, dude. Look at this shit. I don't know if you can see it, but I got fucking crazy eyes, dude. Like they're intimidating. Like many people have said like I'm an intimidating person, which is funny because I don't feel like I'm intimidating at all. I'm not a big guy, you know. I'm slightly above average height and thinner than average, and I don't typically walk around with like an angry demeanor or anything, but just something about like I just have those. They're not quite like Avrils or anything, but I have those Scorpio eyes. And if you're the type that doesn't like depth and doesn't, especially if you're the type that doesn't want people to see through your mask, you're going to be intimidated by me, or you're just going to hate me, or both. And I get it. Like it's not. It's something that used to kind of confuse me, but since I learned about astrology, it doesn't confuse me at all anymore. It's like, yeah, I totally get it. I would hate me too. Mop heroin. I don't know what that fucking symbol is, Big Sat. You could get a therapy license remotely from 4 pennies from Western Governors University, and then do therapy for people who want esoteric advice. I know a schizo Steve Hall who runs this rehab called Glass House who did that. Yeah, dude, if you could hook me up or like get like, yeah, that's like what I'm good for. I feel like the people I've always been close with in my life, even before I was spiritual, even before I started gathering like a lot of health tips, and I didn't really start doing that until I was like probably 16 or no, I'd say 15ish. I started taking my health really seriously because it was my skin when I was a sophomore in high school. Like my cheek, it was just like fucking volcanic activity. You think jams is bad? Oh God, no. I was so much worse. I was so much worse when I was 15, and I knew it was my diet. So that was when I first started researching health and diets and shit like that, and trying to fucking figure out uh, how to get rid of it. And I did get rid of it pretty quickly. By the time junior year came along, I still had acne, but it wasn't. It died down to normal high schooler level acne, where it's like that 1 year, sophomore year, it was fuck. It was so bad. It was so bad. My self esteem, which is always pretty low, but during those periods, um, it was really low. And the crazy thing is, I got multiple hogs that year when my acne was the worst. Big Kylie and Big Lisi, and I was so depressed, and I was doing everything wrong I could possibly do to attract these hogs, and I was still able to make them my girlfriend and still have like somewhat decent relationships with them for a time being, which is crazy. Like I think that more speaks to like everyone else also being such a chode that they just didn't have any better options, and that's why they settle for me. But like me now, knowing what I know now, me knowing what I knew, I think I was like 18 or 19. My old friend Big Jordan, he introduced me to the book The Game, and that was like my in to real social dynamics and just a cold approach, and not just that, but just understanding the laws of attraction, male female dynamics. And then once you learn them, it's in you forever. Like I have occasionally, but like I don't habitually make the mistakes I did in high school ever. Like because you're brainwashed. You're brainwashed to think you're supposed to behave a certain way around women, but you're actually supposed to behave the exact opposite. And then once you learn that, once you get your reps in, once you stop being a pussy ass bitch, it just becomes second nature. At least for me, there are some naturals. I'm guessing Big Sack is a natural with his floppy ass hair. Um, uh, but yeah, I miss what you did for a meager income. Okay, so for lack of a better word, I'm part of a cult, and I just say cult. To me, a cult is just a religious organization that the leader's still alive. And Joe Rogan, fucking retard, said that, but it's true. Like if your leader's dead, it's a religion. If your leader's alive, it's a cult. My leader's alive. He's pushing 60 now. He looks, I mean, he's a bald idiot, but he looks really good. He doesn't look a day over 40 other than being bald. And like all of us in there, like I'm one of the younger ones. Like most of them are like in their late 30s, 40s ish. They all look fucking good, and it's because of our meditation practices and because of like just our view of life, and just as like we're called white cell. I mean, he calls us white cells, but it's like you think of the blood cells in your body. 1 out of every 15 blood cells is a white cell. It's not a red cell, and it's not meant to do red cell things. And I don't consider myself a white cell. I consider myself a super white cell. Like I have the ability to not just like help the world around me. I also have the ability to convert red cells into white cells via osmosis if they are around me and talk to me via enough exposure, which is the same thing the leader is. But yeah, so what I do, I'm basically on standby. For there's phone number they call, and it's 3 of us, and it's just on a rotation. And one of us will pick up, like it's between normal business hours, Pacific time though, so it's kind of annoying. Yeah, so like I just get paid very small amounts to do that. But that's kind of like but like at least I get to help people, and I get to have really deep, awesome spiritual conversations. And I genuinely like most of the people in the cult. I fucking hate the leader. Oh, that's a strong word. I'm very appreciative of him, but he took away 2 things from me forever. I'm never going to get him back. And I told him not to. He's like, you got to sacrifice. Like you got to sacrifice something. You got to sacrifice something close to you, and it's gonna help you progress spiritually. And I said, I'm not sacrificing these 2 things. He's like, well, you got to. I'll start crying if I start talking about it. So like, I don't know. I will always resent him for that. I'd much rather just not. I'd much rather have those 2 things back and be less spiritual. I truly would. And B, he's so manipulative. Every single fucking word that comes out of his stupid bald mouth has an agenda behind it. I think he's a sociopath. I'm not entirely sure. But he also has the best spiritual information of any other person I've ever come across by a mile. And I'm very, very grateful I did come across him. I'm like 10 years ago now, about 10 years ago now. And I got really into it when Steph left, which was over 8 years ago. So I've been like deep in there for like about 8 years. Piss off strong. Well, I'm a cancer. I'm like a cancer to this reality. No, you're not, Hap. You're genuinely one of my favorite people. Everyone fucking shit on me. Everyone fucking abandoned me when all that shit went down fucking what, 4 or 5 years ago in Jerusalem. You're like the only one that didn't. So like I'll always you're always like number one to me, dude. You're not you might be a cancer to this reality, but you're not a cancer to me. Not intimidating, just have perceptive spirit, and that perspective spirit is off-putting because you can get a read up. Yes, that's my main skill is I can just look at a person and I could extrapolate so much information just off one glance and just seeing their energy. Like I'm so good at that's like I have a lot of unique talents and gifts, and then I have a lot of unique downsides and retardations that balance each other out somehow. But yeah, that's one of my gifts. Like like with it, that was the reason. I mean, I also suspect that Abs probably was just had like he already had his thoughts of me because he had heard about me via Jerusalem. I think that's part of it. But the second part of it is like I just see through his mask so fucking so blatantly clearly, and it used to piss me off. Now I don't fucking give a shit. Everyone I fucking feuded with in Yarg the last 2 years, they never lasted. They never fucking lasted. You know, I don't have the ability to maintain a grudge. Like I feuded with fucking Tommy and Jalal and Craze. Who else? Abs, Wulad. Wulad was the worst one. Wulad was the most belligerent one and the funniest one. That's one I would revive just for shits and giggles. But I don't actually like dislike him or anything. I think he's an idiot, but I don't dislike him. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me? Because I finally fucking caught up to chat. It's not as easy to read chat when you just go off on tangents like I do. But it's like also at the same time, like it's on me. It's on me to keep the flow of the stream. If I read every single thing and I just give a short answer to it, then it's not going to be an interesting stream because then I'm going to be stuck in fucking limbo like I am right now. So please say something. So I have something to bounce off of. If not, I'm just going to fucking start singing or screaming or some shit. That's another like. I've always thought of myself as a rock star. No matter like since I was like fucking literally since I was fucking 3 years old. They don't exist anymore, but there was videos of me playing my little plastic guitar, singing Raffi. Like I like to eat apples and bananas. There was a bunch of songs of me singing Raffi songs, and like I always got like way into it. And here's a story. I'm just gonna tell a story just because it just came to my head, and it goes along with the fact that not only do I look at myself like a rock star, other people look at me like a rock star. Like all my main hogs, they looked at me as if I was a rock star because I fucking am. I'm just a fucking failed one. I'm one that just never really started. But anyways, a couple of weeks ago, I'm at a red light here in Cleveland. It's really hot. It's like 90 degrees. So I don't have any AC in my car. So my shirt's off. I'm sweating, and I'm trying to think what song I was listening to. I don't remember, but it was an aggressive song. And like when I sing, like those aggressive emo post-hardcore type shit, I get into it. Like my whole body, I'm rocking the fuck out. That's I've always been that way. And this fucking guy in his massive truck, like a middle-aged guy, he rolls down his window And he's like, "Huh, nice, I like it, rocking out with your shirt down." And I was like, "Oh, I just really like music, and it's fucking hot, and I have no AC." And he goes, "What's your name?" And I immediately got a weird vibe, and I was like, why is a fucking dude like? A, he's like he's commenting on me being shirtless, um, and and B, he's asking my name. I'm like, whatever. But I tell him, I was like, "Yeah, my name's Ryan." I don't remember what he. I think he said his name is Lee. I don't really remember. And then like I was expecting something like gay, some like weird gay like shit, and like I don't do well with that shit at all. Like it makes me super uncomfortable. And I was like, oh god, here we fucking go. Um, and then complete 180, or as Kev says, complete 360, complete 360 moonwalk from what I was expecting. And he just randomly says, "Do you think I should go to the strip club?" I start laughing. I start laughing really hard just because it's the exact opposite of what I was expecting. I said, "Dude, if that's what your heart desires, fucking go for it." And he's like, "Well, do you believe in God?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." "Yeah, of course." And he's like, "Well, what do you think God would think?" And I told him, this is all took place in the span of like a minute and a half. I said, "Well, I have a very different view of God on than most people. I view God as the analogy I give is like we're just a tiny skin cell or a tiny liver cell dying of cirrhosis in the body of God. And like, do you care what individual cells do in your body? No, as long as they're performing their job, and as long as they're not becoming cancer, you don't care. You don't even speak their language. You can't even speak their language. I feel God is the exact, like, the relationship to God to us is the exact same as the relationship to us to a skin cell or a eyeball cell or any cell in our body. I think that's a really good analogy. It's impersonal. A lot of people don't like it. But anyways, I told him that, and he's like, "Right on. I think I'm gonna go." I'm like, fucking enjoy it. And then light turned green, and he drove off. But yeah, and that was like just one of many, many, many instances in my life that happened definitely weekly, where like I'll just have one thing where someone just treats me like a rock star, or they ask me strange questions, spiritual questions, and like I don't look like a spiritual person. I don't, I used to have when I had long hair, I did, but I don't present myself as a spiritual person. None of us in the cult do. Truly spiritual people don't present themselves as spiritual people. If they're wearing those like new age things and they have a whole bunch of crystals and that's like their entire identity, watch the fuck out. They are not for real. I mean, maybe they are, but they are putting on a performance. That's not what true spirituality is about. It's about living it, not about looking like it, And in my opinion, like if you want to be truly spiritual, be as authentic to yourself as possible. And you're never going to catch me wearing robes or a fucking kimono or, like fucking around with crystals. Well, there is some truth to crystals, but in my opinion and in experience, you don't need external objects like crystals or candles or anything to do rituals or anything. You just need intention, focused intention. And you can get that with the right meditation, and the right mindset. You don't need external help, which is why I'm generally against those external things. But do you think Abs has any deep, dark secrets? I think he's a classic homosexual because he takes poppers and invites me and sick to his place in Brooklyn. I feel like you're just trying to start shit with me and Abs. I mean, I think everyone has deep, dark secrets, so I'm sure he does. But like, I feel like I've talked about it in VC. I have a lot of empathy for Abs, actually, because I think about how I would feel if I lived in Brooklyn. Like just looking at a fucking picture of New York City gives me so much fucking anxiety. I can't even imagine energetically what it's like to have literally hundreds of thousands of people just stacked on top of each other. Like you're in such close proximity to so many people that your energy is so not your own. And like I feel it here. Like I'm in the fucking projects. I'm in a five-story high rise. It's dense. It's fucking dense in this apartment. It's really fucking dense in this apartment. So when I extrapolate it to what Abs has to go through on a daily basis, I've always had like extreme empathy for that, and especially since he doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would do well with that. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't really had a whole bunch of conversations with him in VC. Definitely no like heart to hearts. Although I had we were DMing back and forth. I asked him, how do I not be such a total fuck up? I think that was yesterday or the day before. And this is a genuine question. Like I genuinely just wanted his perspective because me and him have such differing operating systems when it comes to going about life. And he's clearly got his shit fucking held down way more than I do. And like I would say, out of everyone in Yaaaarrrrggg, the two people I could ask for like for advice to not be such a fucking financial fuck up would be like Abs and Joey. So yeah. So I just asked him. We had a good conversation. So like I don't have thoughts on Abs having a Kev file on his computer. Well, I mean, I should have a Kev file on my phone. I have so many pictures. I have more pictures of Haggis Aiden and Big Liv actually than Big Kev, but like I should have a file of all that shit because it takes me so long to go through my fucking 2 years worth of photos to find the Big Kev or the Haggis Aiden or the Big Liv photo I'm looking for and post it in Yaaaarrrrg. So that's just smart, dude. That's just like, if you're posting Kev pictures, you should like you should probably have a folder. Like I should take the time to fucking do it, but I never do. And it's just because of pure laziness. So thoughts on it? I don't really think one way or another. I just think it's a byproduct of being in Yaaaarrrrg. And he has a computer too. I literally don't even have a fucking computer. I do have a computer, but it doesn't work. So I just have my phone. So like if I actually had my laptop and I was interacting with Yaaaarrrrg mostly through my laptop, then very likely I'd have a Kev and Big Liv and Haggis Aiden folder too. So I think it's just a byproduct of being in Yaaaarrrrg. Want to get more people in the Abs Finance Corps, but he only lets me and William in from Yaaaarrrrg. I would never want to join. Nothing to do with ads. Like whenever like the topic of money always makes my fucking eyes glaze over. Like I've always been one to just do what I do and just have the inner hoping and knowing that that God's going to take care of me. Like if I help enough people, if I provide enough value in enough people's lives, I will be taken care of. And up until fucking this month, it was true. But like I said, like I don't know if I should tell this story or not, because it's really me arguing for my own retardations. But at the same time, I made like somewhere between $3,000 and $3,500 in a month. Not in a month, in 30 hours, roughly, maybe 31 hours, something like that. And I did cash out almost 600 of it. So at least I got some of my fruits of my labor, but then I lost the rest of it. Being a fucking retard, just going against my gut screaming at me, dude, don't do this, dude, don't do this, dude, don't do this. No, it's going to be fine. It worked the last 2 days. No, didn't work. Didn't fucking work. You want to know what I was doing? I was betting on black people playing FIFA on fucking FanDuel. Because it's literally 24/7 and the games are 8 minutes long. So that there's so much turnover. And anyways, I had literally $0 in my FanDuel account, like beginning of the year, like January, from zero. And I didn't put any money in. It's just the free stuff from FanDuel Face Off, which I highly recommend. Any of you who don't have FanDuel Face Off, get it right now. If you're in a state that allows FanDuel Face Off, get it. It's free money. It's just playing video games against another person, and you're betting. But they have a lot of free deals. Like usually weekly, they'll have at least one day where there's a free deal where it's like just play a free game. You don't even have to pay a pay game, but play a free game, and you'll get like 60 cents or $1 in bet tokens, and then you use that to play a game, and then you convert that And if you win, then it converts into actual cash you can use into FanDuel. And so anyways, so from January into the end of July, I went from zero to, it was like $393, which is really good. I've been on a heater when it comes to like making picks this year. I've been really good. For the most part, I was on fucking Ian Gary on Saturday, but I still say Ian fucking wins that fight if he just fights like how he always does. If I knew he was gonna fucking stand flat-footed in front of fucking Islam the entire time, I would not have picked him. You know, so you can't blame me for that. Like, why the fuck would you ever fight different? Like, all he had to do was stay on his bike, throw that nasty oblique kick. He literally has the nastiest oblique kick in all of MMA, probably ever. It like he flicks it out there, and it is brutal, and it is with ill intent to like fucking ruin your fucking knee. And I forgot what fighter he did that. He fucked up someone's career with it. I can't remember who. Can't remember who right now. But I remember he fucked up someone's career with it. And I'm thinking, all I has to do is jab, oblique, occasional body kick, occasional high kick, but just stay on the outside. And he's really good at blitzing in, mixing up his blitzes. So I just thought like blitz in 10% of the time, 15% of the time. Other 85% of the time, you just do what you normally do and you win the fights. Like I stand by that. Ian Gary was the pick. It definitely was the bet. I think you're fucking stupid if you bet Islam. There was no value there. Those odds were way too wide. And even with Ian fighting so stupidly, I don't care what the judge says, he lost 3-2. You know, he very clearly lost 3-2. He won round 3, he won round 4, lost round 5. But yeah, my MMA picks have been way, way better since I quit Tap because I just stopped caring about the fights that don't matter. I stopped taping women's fights that don't matter. Although I did tape Dern and Jillian because I had a parlay with Jillian. I had Bogdan, Big Bogdan, Hairfag Bogdan. And I got lucky to win that. But I had a profit boosted. So $25 that is profit boosted. So it was like plus 404. It was him and Jillian Robertson. So I'd win like 125. So I did a lot of taping to see if I should keep that, that bet active, or if I should remove it. And everything I saw, I was like, God damn it, I have to fucking remove it. The way Jillian just does not throw anything with any sort of conviction or steam. Like, she could hit the weakest member of Yaaaarrrrggggg, which could be me. Who knows? I don't think it is. But like, she could hit the weakest member of Yaaaarrrrggg with her nastiest shot she's ever landed in MMA. Like, we're not even feeling it, dude. Like, I'm not talking about her ground and pound's pretty good, but like standing up, it's so strange. And I saw that, and I saw Dern's stand up that got progressively better over the years. I was like, there's just not a very likely chance. This is probably going to be a mostly stand-up fight because they're both really good grapplers, and Dern has the better credentials. Although I did think, even during the fight, I did think if Jillian could get her down and could like just stay in her guard and keep Mackenzie there and just pound her with elbows, I thought there was a chance that she could get a TKO finish, but I wasn't confident in it. So it's like I cashed out. It's like $36 on it, and then I put it all like I should have at least made money on Wells. I had so many parlays with Wells, but they were also all parlayed with Ian too. So yeah, I lost all the rest of my fucking FanDuel money. So right now I have literally $0 in my FanDuel account, although I have a whole bunch of what's it called, the FanDuel face-off tokens. So like I just have to win a few games, and the Gronk's I forgot what it's called, like cornhole, Gronk's cornhole. I always call it Gronkhole. His voice is so annoying and that shit, but I'm randomly really good at that game, and it's literally the only game in that entire fucking roster of games they have that's pretty good, and I generally win 75 to 80% of the time. So actually I won a few today, but then I started betting on fucking black people playing FIFA again, and that didn't turn out so well, which once again on me. I do not fight, especially like someone with my birth chart and some of my overall inherently bad luck. I shouldn't be betting unless I'm in a really good like mental spot and really good mood. And I was not in a good mood today. Waking up, finding Big Anna, the hog at BB Bop, smelling her all morning. And then I told myself I wasn't gonna drink. And then first thing I was drinking and just like looking up everything I could find about this hog. She only lives fucking 4 miles away from me, but like, and I thought about this too. I was like, I've never once, like on Instagram or Facebook or any social media, like saw a hog or saw a hog IRL, got and then like creepily found them, and like messaged them. But I was so drawn to this hog, and her eyes were so Avril-esque, and she looked so good in that fucking white dress, and she smelled really good. She had that fucking Seattle perfume smell. And she's got her fucking shit together. She's not very old, and seems like she's got her shit together pretty well, financially at least. That like I've thinking about sending a feeler, but it's such a beta move. It's such a fucking beta move. Because me doing that means, that implies like, oh, I remembered her name and where she said she lived, and I just so happened to fucking find it. Like, it's such a beta move. I just think the percentage chances are low that it will work. And if it's truly meant to be, then I'll see her again, hopefully. But it's like the odds of that happening just both of them are so low. I just like. I don't have it in me to like consciously do that chode behavior, like I just break every law of attraction. It just feels wrong. I want to get more people in the abs finance court, but you only listen me and William in from Yarg. Well, I mean, you and William, like, that makes sense. Who else in Yarg really belongs in there? I don't belong in there. Like, I don't like. I wouldn't blame him for not wanting me in there, because I don't belong in there. I don't want to be in there. Like, it's mutual. Invited my rich trust friend to Abs, and Abs kicked him out. Very selected court. There's a fellow Baltimore resident in there who just overdosed on fentanyl. I'm trying to meet up with him. Yeah, that happens, dude. Fucking happens. ODing happens, and then you end up in fucking Nighab. So. Yeah, it's not a good time. Destroyed Shavkat. Yes, Shavkat. Yes, he destroyed Shavkat's knee. Bad. Fucking bad. I lost 250 on Ian last weekend, down over 8K in past 2 years. Don't feel good. Yeah, bro, I would have won. I don't even know. If Ian would have won, I would have, instead of having $0 in my account right now, I would have, well, if Ian got it, because I put a little on Ian by KO too. Because I really did think he was going to get a head kick KO in the late rounds. And I still think he would have if he fought like how he normally does. If he got that head kick, I would have been easily over 200, and I would have recouped over half of my initial losses. And then if he didn't, I still would have gotten like 170, 180 at least. Like, I had multiple parlays with him and Wells in it. That Wells submission, it got me on such a high. I was so fucking stoked that I had the foresight for it, and I saw the esoteric connection of Philadelphia being on the 39th parallel. And he's 39 years old, and he's from Philadelphia. And right fucking before he got that submission, do you remember what fucking Joe Rogan was saying? He doesn't look 39. He looks 33. And then Anik goes, yeah, he does look 33. And fucking Cormier, he could be 33. They said 33 like 3 or 4 times, and then right after he fucking gets that submission. It was absolutely a fucking ritual, 1000%. And I'm glad I saw it, but it felt like to me that that entire card should have been a ritual for Ian Gary to win, and maybe it was, and he just fucked it up. But because he said a few things in the presser too, I'm like, oh god, he knows what's going on. like the energies were definitely conducive for him to win. That was not Islam's best performance by a long shot. And Islam looked like fucking hell at the weigh-ins. He looked so fucking bad. Um, Ilya calls Stoltzfus round two. That's bro. I didn't call that, but everything in my gut was telling me Stoltzfus and Cheaty, but I didn't. I did not go with him. Everything in my gut was like, dude, Malik is fucking terrible. He's like, but I also went McConaughey, and I still think McConaughey was the bet versus Dante Johnson. Although Johnson did look a little bit better in the fight, it also ended early, so it's hard to tell. But I truly felt that if McConaughey could get past the first round, he would start building and he would win the second and third. I really do believe that that was the right pick, especially at those odds. But yeah, then he got fucking sparked. I don't think Johnson's good at all. The way he moved his feet in the previous fight was genuinely some of the worst male foot movement in MMA I've ever seen. So I had to go against him. And because I had so many underdogs this card already, that's why my brain was like overriding. It's like, nah, Alvarez should beat Cheaty. That one, my gut was like really, really screaming. Like, dude, you got like all fucking week, my gut was like, Cheaty's got this. For whatever reason, it's like Cheaty's got this. Whereas the Stoltzfus one, I didn't get that feeling until the day before. And when I was looking at face-offs, like something told me about face-offs. But yeah, that's a badass outlaw pick for Stoltzfus round two. I lost 270 betting on Triumph. Wait, who's Triumph? Don't know a Triumph. We'll love to kick it with Darren Elkins out of all UFC fighters. It's hard to understand what he's saying because he's got so much CTE. Dude, so last few weeks we've had some long time fucking UFC fighters retire. And I shed a tear on both of them. Some of it's just like my fucking emotional and mental state right now, but a lot of it has to do with I've been watching these motherfuckers since I was I've been watching Barbosa, I believe, since I was 19, and Elkins since I roughly around then, I think maybe a little bit later. But I've been watching those guys since I was in college, and I always liked him, especially Barbosa. Barbosa was one of my dudes. He was one of my favorites because he reminds me physically. He reminds me so much of Shansky, and the way he fought is so much of like a childhood friend of mine, Big Shansky. Yeah, especially Saturday, like the Ribovics fight. I was like, what? Like, why are we even doing this fight? It's stupid. And then after the first round, I'm like, dude, can we please retire? Can we please retire? I just wanted to see him retire. And then the second when I actually saw him throw down the gloves, like, yeah, I started crying. It's sad, like, and it's like, I guess because I'm like not quite, but kind of the same age too. It's like it's kind of like that realization to me too. Is like I'm Volk's age, I'm Gaethje's age, around their size too. So like I'm not past my prime. I'm like I don't have much time left in my prime. And that's a fucking brutal realization to have. Like it really is. I'm like, why did I fuck around and waste so many days and fucking weeks and months and years of my life just fucking doing drugs and fucking around and being retarded and like not taking life a little bit more seriously. And like I've never have, and I never will be the type that can hold down a 9 to 5 for very long. I only ever do it when I like desperately need the money and shit. And then I'll do it from time to time. But Panera, etc. Actually, that's a whole nother story. I didn't actually work at Panera, but a Panera adjacent restaurant. I worked there for a while, and then when my foot became a balloon, I couldn't work for like 2.5 months. I couldn't do any of that. I literally couldn't walk for like 2.5 months. It was so painful. And then I swear to God, the very day I thought, okay, I think I can go to work today. And then I call them and they're like, oh, we're closing this week. Like all Ohio stores are closing this week. They're like, fuck, fucking motherfucker. His fucking sick soul look. Uh, but yeah, Rip fucking Core Life. That was the first restaurant that I went to when I moved here with Big Steph. It was just like it's basically like a salad place, but they had really, really good steak, like so good. It was like grass fed, and they got it from like this farm, this specific farm in Australia that was like super high quality, and they only grass fed, grass finished, and like no antibiotics. It was all like super healthy, super clean, and it truly was like some of the best steak I've ever had. I was so looking forward to at least going there, working there, and getting like my free bowl, like my free steak bowl. Um, yeah, fucking, I miss that place. Uh, I wouldn't want a Terrence McKinney. Wouldn't mind a Clay Guida hangout. Clay Guida has always been an underrated chill individual. Well, I mean, back in the day, I don't know if you can call him chill. He was a bundle of fucking energy. He never stopped moving ever in his walkouts. And as he's aged, his demeanor is completely different now. He's way more chilled out. But I miss the old Clay. I miss the prime Clay Guida versus Diego Sanchez. I miss that fucking Clay Guida because that guy's long gone. He's long gone. You think Gaethje retires or does he attempt one? Good question. Well, you're assuming Armin's going to beat Hoofy, and that's a big assumption in my book. I think Hoofy could totally do what he did to Chandler and Bobby Green to Armin. I think it's going to be a lot harder, but I can see him landing that spin kick against the cage. If he can push him back against that cage, Armin's going to have some fucking issues. Like he is, because Armin's striking, it's just not on his level. I do believe Armin's going to get him down, but I don't know. I've always been one to say Armin's a tad overrated. He's good. He's really fucking good, but he is a tad overrated. And I think Hoofy's underrated. I really like Hoofy. He's one of the more fun fighters to watch for sure. Like easy. And it's cool. He used to be a fighting nerd, and then he left to train with Volk. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty well, I don't know if it's smart. Both camps are really good, but like basically my point is like he's gotten a lot of good instruction from both camps, and he's only improving. Like gun to my head, I'm probably picking Hoofy, but I do like to go for those underdogs. Like if I'm 50-50 on a fight, like I love picking underdogs. That's my thing. That's my fucking thing. That's why my fucking topology percentage wasn't that great. Is because I just picked so many fucking underdogs. Best job for that neurotype is trucker, to be honest. Wait, what neurotype for trucker? Big hat. I had an in-between job where I was trucking and it didn't even feel like work. I feel like driving is best for closets. Like, oh, yeah. I agree with that. I did actually. I drove an ad truck. Well, I got the job because my dad did it and he didn't want to do it anymore. This is when I was 18, 19. My dad used to do it. It was just like one of those trucks with like those rotating ads on it. And I just drove around Temecula for like 5 hours just on like a fucking closed loop. And it was not, my fucking back hurt a lot. And I was eating a lot of fucking spinach then. I didn't understand about oxalates. Like now I'd be a lot better. But I did really like it. Just fucking rocking out or listening to fucking audiobooks or some shit. That was really nice. Maybe I should look into that again. And the pay wasn't that bad too. It was like, I don't even remember. I actually genuinely don't remember. I want to say it was like 12, and that was back then in like 2009, 2008, 2009. Yeah. Turner was probably the best favorite bet on the card, sweat free. Yeah. I mean, I was on Turner. Like I said, the only thing I was worried about from Big Cowway was his leg kicks because Turner has such tiny legs, but I saw them at face-offs. And Turner was legitimately 6 inches taller and thicker by like a considerable amount. I was like, dude, this is just not going to be good, most likely. Only issue is like Turner can be a bit of an idiot. He doesn't have the best fight IQ of all time. You know, like he will make a dumb decision, push come to shove a lot of times. But I've always liked Jalen. I've always really liked him. and not just as a fighter, like as a human, he seems like one of the darks that like, well, he doesn't speak like him at all. And fun fact, I was born in the same hospital as Jalen Turner and Bobby Green. So I don't know if that makes us blood brothers, but I've always felt a little bit of connection to both of them, even though Bobby does annoy me. I always think it's kind of cool that we're all from Fontana. But yeah, I'm just gonna use this to fucking plug my fucking what's it called? My fucking Cash App right now. Even if it's $1, dude, I literally have $2 to my name right now. So my Cash App 6Soul, not like how it's spelled on YouTube, but the number 6 SOUL, and yeah, you'll see it like if you type it in, he'll say Ryan Nowicki. So like you don't just like I don't really have to type it out. It's just the number 6Soul, no dashes, no nothing, just 6Soul. I would appreciate it. I would definitely appreciate it, but yeah, definitely don't worry about it if you can't or don't want to. But this is easily the worst off I've been in a long time, and I've been really bad off for years now. Oh, I've been bad off for a long time, but actually before I got the foot injury, it wasn't too bad because I was working at Core Life a lot, and I actually liked it because I was serving healthy food. I mean, a lot of it was spinach, but I did use it as an opportunity to be like, hey, are you sure you don't want romaine? Like, and I would, it was dependent on what the customer looked like. But if they look like they were healthy and they look like they'd be receptive to my information, I'd be like, hey, you're going to be much, much better off going with romaine versus a spinach salad. And it's going to taste 10 times better. Like, there's no human on earth, I don't believe, who can eat a piece of romaine lettuce and then a piece of spinach and say spinach tastes better. Like, if you're actually in tune with your body, like, you can tell spinach is fucking poisonous. Like, it is pure poison. I ruined my fucking life because of spinach and almonds. Those two things ruined my fucking life. I haven't had them in years, and I'm still paying for it. And I'm going to be paying for it for like probably the next 10 years. It's horrible. It's horrible. So yeah, that's not health food. And dark chocolate, not health food. There's a reason why those three foods exploded in popularity in the 2010s. Like, I think they were grown at like 100% more than the previous decade. There's a reason for that, because it's not healthy, and it's like it's such an underlying cause of a lot of illnesses, especially autoimmune shit and like joint shit, and it's just so much shit, mood shit. I'll die on this hill. I truly believe 50% of all homicides and suicides, I truly believe that the 50% of them are from an oxalate overload in the brain, in the body. Because I know that personally. I can get very suicidal and very homicidal when like my body just releases too much of it at one time. But yeah, I always go to interview questions when taking. I always go to interview questions when taking hot outs in order to exude interest with the assumption that they love talking about themselves. Yep, no, you don't want to do that, dude. That's not optimal. I mean, you're a 6'2" hair fag with money, so like you can definitely get away with more. I don't know if you're fat or jacked right now, but I know you were super jacked at one time. So you at least have the genetics and you have the muscle memory to be a fucking super good looking jacked 6'2" hair fag that Kev is gonna fucking hate himself just when he looks at you, you know? So you can get away with way more, but that's not what you want to do. Like, girls do want to talk about themselves, but you're not doing interview questions. Don't ask where you work, where you're from, all that fucking bullshit. It's meaningless. Like, you don't give a shit. Do you really care? Do you really fucking care what a hog does for work? I don't. Like, I don't give a fuck if they have a gerb at all. I'm not looking for a fucking walking resume. I'm looking for my hog. I'm looking for like my soul's counterpoint in another. I'm looking for the hog that is going to challenge me. This is why that hog at BB Bop like is fucking me up. It's mostly because of the scent. I keep smelling it the last 48 hours since I saw her. But B, those eyes, like I could just see those eyes would challenge me. Like she would challenge me at a lot of different areas. And even though it's really annoying to deal with, even though that's a really annoying to deal with a lot, all my hogs besides Big Angie were very challenging. Like they would meet, like, because I have a lot of unique and niche beliefs and takes, and let's just say non-mainstream. I have a very non-mainstream lifestyle and life choices, and like everything about me is just off the beaten path. So I think it's good for me to have someone who's going to challenge me. So because it actually it anchors me more generally, but sometimes they'll prove me wrong, and I'm always willing to change. But like I do enjoy having those bickering, those arguments back and forth from a more mainstream perspective, because there is value in that perspective too. It's like my perspective is just my perspective, even though I do believe I'm way closer to the truth. I thousand billion percent believe that Scorpios, like heavy people with heavy Scorpio placements, are just naturally closer to the truth than every other type of person, and it's because that's our mo. Like we don't care. That's what we care about the most. It's like depth and truth at whatever cost. At fucking whatever cost. It's a very intense energy, and most people are not like that. Um, but yeah, she had that. She fucking had that, and um, yeah, I'm just kicking myself, man. And then the picture in her fucking LinkedIn, like her eyes are just insane. And I don't like blue eyes. I generally don't like blue eyes, but her eyes were so Scorpio coded, so Avril coded that I was like, oh, fine. I was fucking like, I'm fine. I'm fine with those eyes. And they worked with her. They worked with her face. They worked with her, you know. Big Steph had blue eyes too. Like just because a hog has blue eyes doesn't mean I'm not gonna give him a chance. But in my experience, not just hogs, but people in general, they have blue eyes, generally less trustworthy. Generally, not always, but generally. My dad had bright baby blue eyes that were blank as hell. There was nothing going on behind him. Like he had like fucking cow eyes. He had Jam's eyes. Like my dad had Jam's eyes, basically, but like brighter. Stupid bald idiot. Scent rituals are a thing. Yeah. So do you think? Okay. So Hap. Do you think that this girl that I met 2 days ago? Do you think she's actively thinking about me, or am I? Or is it just? Am I active? Am I somehow like? Did some of her code imprints upon mine? Because like we talked for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like we had like it was despite me fucking it up so bad, like literally the second I got in my car, all the things I should have said just came flooding in. All the stuff I normally say, like I have a normal, I don't want to say script, but I have normal things that I go to because they always fucking work. Because I only go to them when they're genuine. And they would have been so fucking genuine. All I had to do was compliment her on, like after I complimented her, after I said, you look adorable. Let me impart this piece of advice to you. This is huge. If you're going to compliment a woman on her looks, especially if that's your opener, if that's your fucking ham hock in the door, your foot in the door, do not say, oh, you're beautiful, or oh, you're so pretty, or oh, you're so cute. Never, ever do that. Think about the average attractive hog, and think about how many chodes have come up to them, putting them on a pedestal, saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Literally probably happens to them daily, if not weekly occurrence, their entire fucking life. Never do that. This is what I do. And it's the best frame, because you're still, in essence, saying the same exact thing, but the frame is completely different. Say, you look adorable in that dress, or just you look totally adorable. Like I just had to say, you look so adorable. And if that frame, who's adorable? Kids are adorable. Pets are adorable. You know, like small animals are adorable. It's just a completely different frame. And I do believe, because I opened with that, it gave me a lot more leeway with the rest of my bullshit that I should have said, that I didn't, and then all this bullshit I did say that I never do. All I had to do was say right after I would say, holy shit, you're like, all it said, like, are you into astrology? Because like, I guarantee you got heavy Scorpio placements. Very, very likely, at the very least, she's into sun sign horoscopes and everything. Like almost all hogs are, but decent chance that she's into it more. Like once again, a lot of hogs are. Um, and then then I'd be like, oh, do you know? Like, just look up her birth chart right then, and then prove to her right there how perceptive I am. Because I bet my fat life, like like I hope God strikes me down right now if I'm wrong. Very least, she's a Scorpio ascendant. Um, but she's got planets in there too. I know she's got planets in there too. Like she's got Avril eyes, and Avril had 4 placements in Scorpio. That's insane. That's heavy. That's real heavy. This girl had the same thing. She probably had at least 2. Um, I know she didn't have Pluto in there because of her age. Because Pluto is a generational thing. Like Pluto changes signs once every 20 years. So everyone around my age has Pluto in Scorpio. That's not anything weird. For what makes it special for me is like that's my first house. That's my ascendant, and I have Pluto conjoining my ascendant. So like that, and like I said, and it's peregrine. It's like that Pluto isn't connected to anything. So like my energy is so purely Plutonic in like damn near every, like, hard to describe. It's like it's just how it's my main archetype. It's Pluto. Pluto. Um, let's see. Just chuckled. Not gonna lie. Being different. Who the fuck is 50 G's baby? Mo. It's Mo. I'm a blue eyes hog. Pursue genetic minorities. Blue eyes. Like there's just I don't know. In my experience, the blue eyes are just not trustworthy. It's not that I don't like looking at blue eyes. It's just that I got green eyes, and green eyes are definitely my favorite, but I am biased. But also, they're the rare. I mean, well, there are rarer eyes. I think there's like those. I saw this one girl. I still remember. I was 18 years old. I went to Submarino with Big Eddie. We were high as fuck. I still remember because to this day, only person I've ever seen with these eyes, and they weren't contacts. She had golden eyes. They were fucking golden. They were like amber golden, and they were the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. And I was so high that like I couldn't do anything. I was just lost in her eyes as she was making my sandwich. I'm like, oh my god. Um, Eyes are definitely like one of my main physical things that I look for in others. Yeah, because they're the window to soul. They're gonna tell you more about the person than anything else. But for me, it's like eyes and smile, and then legs and ass. Those are those are like my main things that I look for. But I also like good hair too, like thin hair. Like Stephanie had the thinnest, nastiest fucking hair because she was fucking bulimic and anorexic and shit. So like her hair was so thin. Like my hair is so fucking thick, and like I like the feel of thick hair, especially like a girl with like super thick hair. Angie had super thick hair. The thickest hair actually. It was insane how thick her hair was, and I loved it. Um, I don't think she's necessarily thinking about you specifically, but I think she's wearing that sense for situations like yours. Well, I mean, that's clearly her scent. That's clearly the perfume that she likes, and I'm sure that she wears often. But like the scent wasn't what drew me into her at all. But it was a huge cherry on top because it reminded me so much of Seattle, and I really liked just walking around Seattle, and like every third hog you smell had that fucking really, really. It was like a strong scent, but really pleasant scent. That I wish I knew what it was because I would wear it my fucking self. I would genuinely wear it myself. I used to do that actually. I used to wear different perfumes that I did like because then you can just play it off as like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend's perfume. Like just it's like it's an automatic qualifier for another hog. If you smell like a girl, then ipso facto you've probably been hanging around another girl, even though you hadn't. That's a little hack I used to do. I don't do it anymore just because I don't fucking have money to fucking buy perfume. But even if I did, I don't. The older I get, the less I resort to cheap tricks. I still use a whole bunch of tricks, but they're not cheap. Like that's a cheap trick. Well, technically it's expensive because perfume isn't cheap. But if I say cheap, it's like it's not an authentic trick. Whereas me saying a girl's adorable, or me saying a girl has great energy, or me saying a girl has Scorpio eyes, that is 1000% authentic and 1000% like true. So like it's always gonna land well. At the very least, you're gonna get like a strong thank you. At the very least. And I don't recommend all you guys do that. I do recommend the adorable thing, but I don't recommend all you guys talk about a girl's energy or a girl's eyes, girls fucking theorizing about her fucking astrological placements, unless you're actually like, unless that's actually uh authentic to you, and like you truly do feel that in the moment, and by all means it's literally the best thing you can do, but only, again, only if it's authentic. And the older I get, the more I want to cut out the bullshit, and I really don't want to ever start relationships based on a lie. When I met Stephanie, like our entire relationship was based on lies, dude. And then when I tried to fix it, it was like basically too late. I came clean to all my lies. She came clean to none of them, which I get. She just wasn't ready at the time. And our entire relationship was like lies up until then. So like, why wouldn't we just continue it? But like, I learned my lesson from it. I'm never, ever, ever gonna do that again. There's been a few hogs where I lied about my occupation, but that's genuinely because I saw that there wasn't anything long term with the hog. And B, even more than that, it is not easy for me to explain what I do. Like, oh yeah, I'm in a cult. Like it's not like I don't have I don't have a job title I can just spit out and just say it, you know? So a lot of times, you know, something just, you know, some random bullshit is just way easier. But I would never do that with a hog that I actually like saw something like that, like the hog I saw at BB. Like I would never. Yeah, don't be a simp. Joey's a prophet. Yeah, Joey is a prophet because he saw the truth. He saw the truth in me when I was fucking exiled from Jerusalem. He knows. Joey fucking knows. Big Noel Neff telling me about dissecting bodies in forensic school had me reeled. That's kind of cool. I'd be into a hog who dissects bodies and shit. Like that shit is interesting to me for sure. I don't think I'd want to do it, but I wouldn't mind being around a hog who did it, or hearing her talk about it. Like that's pretty cool. Be careful with those Scorpios. Well, that's the thing. Scorpios, we got the stinger. I'm sure you like. It's been a long time since I've raged out in Yarg. It's been a long time, but you've seen me rage out many times. You've seen that stinger come out when and every, like, I'll say that, like, I regret every single one from Yarg. Like there is no fucking good reason for me or anyone else, in my opinion, to be raging at someone you don't even know. I'm literally just raging at my fucking magic black rectangle. You know, like it's so stupid and it's such an energy drain. Like with every single one of my brief rivalries in Yarg, when I got over, I was like, God, this is so fucking stupid. Like I'm such a stupid idiot for doing this. like I'm actively lowering my quality of life for no reason, just because I got triggered by words that someone wrote. I didn't even hear them say it. It was just words that they wrote. That's insane. But it's like, yeah, objectively, now I can say that. But like when you're in the moment, you know, it's very easy to get reeled into fucking bullshit. Although I feel like I've learned my lesson. I haven't really done it this year. I mean, early this year when my foot was a balloon, but that really was because my foot was a balloon, and I had enough with like everything in life, and that way. And I didn't really like, I did crash out a little bit, but I was really just like, that was just what was going on with me in the moments. And I didn't have my magnesium citrate, and like citrate, especially magnesium citrate, is such, it's not like, it's a supplement, but it's not a supplement for me. It's medicine. If I don't have it, I become the worst human being ever, because the oxalates that are detoxing from my body, they don't have the citrates to bind to and the extra magnesium to bind to. So now it's just free flowing in my body, just recycling, and it's making me a nightmare. Like I know that, like I'm aware of this. So yeah, I regret every time I fucking blew up in Yarg, or anyone in general. You know, like there's really no reason for it, but none of us are perfect. Noreen Bejurano, not spelling it. not saying that right. Bejarano telling me about being a paramedic coming to the scene with beheaded people and people with gunshots. That's pretty crazy. Uh, yeah, my dad had a my dad was a cop for over 30 years. He had a ton of stories when he was like a sergeant and when he was just like a street cop. He had a ton of stories where he had to be on crime scenes and like death scenes. Um, there was one there's one story he told where it was like this was in Southern California too in the summer. He got a call about a dead body in a fucking trailer park, and someone blew his head off with a shotgun in a trailer park. But he was alone, like no one knew for days, for fucking days. And by the time he got there, he said the second he opened the door, he just started puking. And I smelled a dead body once. I touched a dead body once, two different times, but I smelled a dead body once, and like, yeah, like it's there's you smell it, and you're like, oh my god, like it's. I didn't puke, but I wanted to. And if it was like a different scenario where like it was indoors in the fucking Southern California summer heat, it's probably like 100 degrees or some shit, at least 90. And he's just been fucking stewing in there for like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, that'd have been pretty fucking bad. But that shit's kind of like interesting too. Um, like hogs with lore. Same, same, same. You gotta like your hog has to have lore. If she has no lore, then or she doesn't have anything to like contribute, then there's like yeah, whatever. It's Jalal, 50 Jesus Jalal. That's what I thought. Several other people in here, and one of them probably Steph. I mean, if any of you are on a computer right now, you can check to see who's on. You can see the list, and it'll say Steph Shady or Steph Shady Baby is one of those two. But I don't think she's here. Like I don't get the feeling she is personally. Um, yeah, don't judge the energy. Just wait till she's menstruating. Firefighter Chad. Yeah, the firefighter. That was the only hog that I porked her in the ass. That was almost 2 years ago now. That was yeah. I lied about being a firefighter, which was so funny because I was drinking so many locos and like it was so blatantly clear I wasn't a firefighter. But this girl, it was weird. Like she lived in like Lakewood, like on Lake Erie, like in a high rise, and so it's like she had a really nice apartment, and the view was like incredible, overlooking Lake Erie. And if you don't know, Lake Erie is basically an ocean. The Great Lakes are ocean; they're just mini oceans. They even have waves lots of times, depending on wind direction. But their waves are wind swell based. They're not tidally based like the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean are. But it's still like when you're looking out, it feels like the ocean, and like it's so vast, and you can't see anything else. Like you can't see fucking the other side of Canada from here. It's like 40 fucking miles across. So it feels like the ocean. Anyways, I went there, and anyway, like she was really hot. First and only Puerto Rican I ever have date, and I don't want to say probably ever will date, but it definitely left a sour taste in my mouth for how fucking psycho she was, and stupid, really fucking stupid. But she wanted me to pork her in the ass, so I did. And then immediately after I was done, I felt so much angrier and like demonic. Like I literally felt like I did something wrong. I was 35 at the time, so I got 35 years, no butt sex besides Big Frank. Uh, like I never even wanted, and I got offered at least two butts. I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but I know I got offered at least two butts before, and one big Deirdre. I remember that one for sure. And I always turned it down because like something in me is like, that's not right. And I just I enjoy the act. I enjoy sticking my excavator donger in a fucking. I don't have an excavator donger. I have a very straight donger. Sig has an excavator donger, but I enjoy excavating a slop box with my donger. I always preferred the act of sex versus oral, and I've always been a zero hand job guy. Like no. If I want a hand job, I can give myself a hand job, and it's gonna be 10 times better than any girl can, because I've done it myself so many fucking times. But like I'm always a staunch hell fucking no. I ain't fucking doing a hand job. But anyways, yeah. So the rest of the story, I gotta finish that story. So I went home that night, and I had already drank a lot that day because I did not like this bitch at all. In fact, I hated her. I was really attracted to her physically. Like she was like a 9, body wise, face wise, and my first Puerto Rican and my first anal. But I hated her personality so much that I had to get fucking plastered to even fucking deal with her shit, because I sober me can't do that. Sober me cannot deal with a hog that I'm not actually at least somewhat okay with. Like I just can't do that. So I remember I was on my third loco when I was at her house, and then I drove home and I drank my fourth loco. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's the only time in my life where I drank four locos in a day, which is a fucking mistake. Don't do that. Um, and that's when Wulad wanted to uh, talk to me in VC to like try to fucking hash things out. And I don't remember how it got so bad, but I remember I remember I was super fucking belligerent, and I'm pretty sure he was too. And like Sig and Sack told me some things I was saying, like I was calling her his girlfriend, I was calling his girlfriend some fat hog or some shit like that, which is pretty funny. But if I, I, I vaguely remember what his girlfriends looked like. For what it's worth, she wasn't fat from what I remember. Like I remember her being pretty attractive, but yeah. So, anyways, the next day she calls me to invite me over again, and in my mind I'm like, oh god, I don't want to go over there again, but I feel so demonic after that the bungus excavation, that fucking dark magic portal shit. So it's like I was like, in my mind I was theorizing, and this didn't work by the way, but I was just theorizing. I was like, what if I just go over there again, just have butt sex with her one more time, but as I'm doing it, I'm like consciously like unfucking what I fucked the day before, if that makes sense. That was my loco infused fucking plot to undemonize myself from the butt fucking. And I get over there, and I told Joey this before, but I fucking love this. Um, we have sex. She calls me over to her room, and I'm like, oh, can we have butt sex again? And she's like, oh, it still hurts from yesterday. And I'm like, fuck. Like I have to fuck this chick in the butt. Like how do I do this? Like in the moment, I'm like, what? Like how do I do this? And the best thing I could do was just like schizophrenically and authentically just lay out all my cards on the table. Be like, yo, I don't even remember her fucking name, to be honest. I genuinely don't even remember her name. That's how bad it is. I'll remember it at some point. But I said, like, you got it. I was like, okay, that was the first time I ever had sex. I ever had butt sex, and I've been feeling super demonic. Like the second I did it, I felt super angry, and I'm a really spiritual person. I just feel like if I could, I'll go really really slow. But like I need to like try to unfuck myself from what I did. That and like I was I don't know, I just conveyed that shit. Um, and yeah, and then she let me, and then it didn't work. And then I left her house and I blocked her, and I'm never ever fucking talking to her again. If I was a slightly weaker man, I could have definitely kept that hog on speed dial. For whatever reason, she was really attracted to me. It was because I hated her so much. That's why. Not for whatever reason. So obvious. So fucking obvious. The reason why she likes me so much is because I hated her so much. And, I try to act like I like her, but like, the hatred's like, I am not good at pretending. I'm very authentic. Like if I don't like someone, you're going to know. You're going to fucking know. Like it's going to be obvious. And I'm sure that she's not used to a guy not liking her because she was so hot. But crazy is worse. Crazy is worse. Can't fucking handle it. Several other people in here, and then one of them probably Steph. I don't know. Really don't think so. Yeah, don't judge the energy. Just wait till she's menstruating. I'm saying shit I already fucking said. What the fuck? Realistically, you could probably mesh in with firefighter. Oh yeah, they just sit in 20. Yeah, dude. Big Jeff's brother was a firefighter. I got along great with him. It seemed like a good job. So like, and because I spent a lot of time growing up with Big Jeff's brother, getting fucking drunk and high with him and ironically Big Joe, Big Todd, and Big Jeff and Big Eddie, we would just get fucking blasted every single night for like years, for like fucking years. Um, so like I knew, like I have a lot of firefighter fucking lore in my brain. I know how they act and I know like their daily routine and shit. So like it was not hard for me to LARP about it at all because like I know about it. And it did always seem like a kind of cool job, but at the same time I don't want to be away from home 24 hours straight, like regularly. I'll do it on occasion, but regularly, like as a job, that sounds horrible. Even though you get paid a lot, you get paid to sleep essentially, which is nice. Um, Personally, as someone who enjoys being alone at home with Big Larry, I genuinely enjoy it. I would not feel good leaving Big Larry fucking alone for 24 hours. Used to chimp out at Noto and Jalal and realize it's a loose train. Yeah, it's definitely a loose train. I hear Big Larry fucking getting food. I gotta feed this motherfucker. Oh, I gotta get you something else, huh? Hold on, buddy. Let's see. Do you believe in soul ties? Yes, it is. Well, yeah. It says it's a known fact. It's a known fact. If you pork a hog just one time, you're gonna be soul bound to her for a certain amount of time. There is a certain school of thought that says one porking is equal to 7 years, but I don't agree with that because I've had porkings recently. Well, I know I'm still connected to Big Hill, but I'm not connected to the fucking Puerto Rican who I know that for sure, and that was less than 2 years ago. So I don't believe it's 7 years. But if you have a girlfriend hog, a hog friend, and you've been porking like regularly, then absolutely, that shit lasts 7 years minimum. It's been, I'm trying to think. It's actually been less than 7 years since the last time me and Big Steph porked because she used to come and visit me occasionally after we broke up until she found her Mexican baby boyfriend. But let's see. Yeah. And does bungus borking entail a different level of soul tie? Good question. Well, okay. So like I said, I don't feel any soul tie whatsoever. Like I said, I can't even remember this bitch's name. I know where she lives, if she still lives there. I know what she looks like in my head. Very, very, very attractive hog. Like attractor hog. Fucking got my rocks off when I blast that hog, etc. But I don't think I was connected to her for more than, I don't know, a year maximum. But this is the first time I've thought about her in a really long time because there was no soul connection there. I hated her. I genuinely hated her. The entire time I was with her, I was like, how can a girl so fucking pretty and like just have nothing going on for her? Even though I can't say that because she had a nice house, but I really got the feeling like someone paid for it for her. I don't think she was hot enough where it's very likely that like some chode was just like helping her pay for it, if not just outright paying for it. I just want to hear what your response, knowing what it's just different. I just mentioned it because we always over exaggerate the bungus portal. Well, to me, I only did it those 2 times, and it really did seem like something. It really did seem like something that was what's the word for it? I gotta turn my fucking air on. It's fucking hot. It seemed like something I should not have been doing, dude. But I did. I porked her. I porked her in her puss too. So it wasn't. I porked her in her the first night. I first porked her in her puss, and then she asked if I wanted to have butt sex in her. That was the first butt where I was like, okay. And I hated her so much. And it was my first Puerto Rican. And I was so drunk. I was like at least 2.5 locos deep at the time. So it was just a conglomeration, and I knew I wasn't going to see her again, so it was like a conglomeration of variables where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's worth it. Um, but like that's not something I would ever ask, ever. Besides that one time, and that was just because I tried to unfuck what I fucked, and that doesn't work, by the way. Or if it does, I did it wrong. Um, but I thought it was a good idea in theory. I was like, okay, I'll just slam another few locos, roll in there super fucking drunk, and just see what happens if I consciously try to. Because I felt like I walked through the portal, and then like I was stuck in the void since the moment I was. I did that, which is why I was so fucking angry at Roulette for like no reason. Um, so I felt like if I can consciously walk out of it, you know, it would help things. But it didn't. It didn't. Um, Although I don't want to downplay that longest portal. There's something. Oh, there's definitely something to it. For me, I mean, there's probably like a certain immunity you built up to. Like if you do it all the time, you're probably going to build up a tolerance, and I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the person you're like. If I porked one of my like long-term hogs in the ass, I'm sure it still would have felt demonic, but I don't think it would have felt as demonic because at least we had a fucking connection. Where this hog, there was nothing. All we had was the fact that I hated her and she liked that. Basically, it. She asked for the bungus. She asked for it. Like I said, I've had it multiple times. I still remember the first time I had it asked is Big Deirdre, my 19th birthday party, when she was dating Big Eric at the time, and I felt this is the only time I ever I snaked a friend via a hog, and the only reason why I did it, I was really drunk, but the only reason why I did it was because I literally saw her pork other dudes in the months leading up to that. She raped Jeff. I saw her rape Jeff. I should say grape. I saw her grape Jeff. I fucking saw it. That's how Jeff lost his virginity out of middle school after we saw a fucking super bad. I saw it like 2 months before. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, dude, she's cheated on Eric so many times. Like, does it really matter? It's my fucking birthday. I'm drunk and high. And me and Big Deirdre, we always had like there was always some sort of underlying sexual tension between us. So I just felt like it was worth it. But I did regret it immediately, and it ruined my relationship with Deirdre. It temporarily ruined my relationship with Eric. He eventually forgave me when they broke up, and he's like, yeah, that hoe was fucking porking everyone. I've told that story too, but I'll tell that story again. So it had been like 6 to 8 months since I had porked Deirdre, and fucking stupid Travis tells Eric, because I tell Travis what happened, and of course he immediately tells Eric like a fucking bitch, dude. You never ever rat out your close friends, but he did, like a fucking bitch. And then me and Eric got into it, and he wasn't living in Texas at the time. That's a big key. He's living in Texas. I'm living in California. But anyways, and then we don't talk to each other for like 6-8 months minimum. And then one day I wake up and I'm living at home. I'm like 19 years old. Still 19 years old. I'm living at home with my mom. I wake up early in the morning and Eric is standing in my doorway. Like he's literally fucking standing in my fucking doorway in my room. And like I immediately think, oh God, he's gonna beat the shit out of me. And Eric was like a good 50 pounds bigger than me. Like, and he was a high school wrestler. Like he could have pretzeled me like Sig fucking pretzels fucking middle schoolers if he wanted to. My first thought was like, oh God, I deserve, and I didn't even fight it in my head. I was like, I deserve this. I know I deserve this. But he immediately was like, oh hey dude, don't worry, I'm not fucking mad anymore. I'm over it. Just want to see how you're doing. And then we're just cool again. We've been cool ever since. That's something I felt bad about, something I would never do again. I handled that situation poorly. But once again, I did also see, I saw with my own eyes her grape Jeff, and that's pretty bad. I think if your hog you're long distance with is going out partying, graping dudes, like Jeff was literally passed out. he was passed out with a boner. You could see the silhouette of his fucking boner in the fucking midnight, fucking the moonlight, at the fucking middle school. So fucking dumb, dude. Joey, I think you're the only one here, man. Like, I'm pretty sure you're the only one here. Can someone fucking say anything if you're still here? I'm pretty sure I'm just talking to you, Big Joey. Jeff had to have consented. He was so drunk. Like, they were making out. I remember they were making out, and then he passed. Like he got naked. Jeff had this. He had this fucking stupid habit of getting super drunk and super high and then getting naked. He did it so many fucking times. I can't tell you how many times I saw Jeff get naked from the ages of like 16 to 20. Probably, oh my God, dude. I saw his donger so many fucking times, dude. It was insane. So stupid. And it always pissed me off. I was like, dude, like, do you really have to fucking resort to this gimmick every single time? And he always did it for fucking attention. Always. Fucking always. Oh, and I got a story about Jeff. It's funny I talk about him because I just came across fucking a whole bunch of shit from, like, I was just curious. After I went on the fucking LinkedIn shit with the girl I met, like, I started, like, looking at other people's LinkedIn, and Jeff was one of them, and, like, I saw this fucking article. It's so fucking funny. He's such a lying sack. Even to this day, he's such a lying sack of fucking shit. There was this article, because right now he's like an AI research guy. He's actually kind of high up. He's from what it looks like, he's become pretty successful. Like after his third stint in college, when he was in his mid to late 20s, like he actually started taking it seriously, and he did something career-wise with his life. Like, good for him, but he's like such a fucking weasel, dude. This fucking what's it called? This fucking article I read about it. I can fucking show you the article. In the article, it says, well, the first time I went to college, I fell in with the wrong crowd. I know he was referring to me, but me and Eddie, but B, he didn't, because he was hanging out with us in high school. There was like, we made more friends in college that we were getting fucked up with, but we were already doing that in high school. He didn't fall into the wrong crowd the first time in college. No, he was already doing that. And like, I just felt like even then, like, I felt like he kind of said that if there was a small chance I would ever read it. And now I fucking, so many years later, I actually read that article. But the second one, even even way more scummy than that. Way more scummy than that. Because that's like, I kind of get it. But this was unacceptable. So Jeff, he was super proud of his Basque heritage. But he's just a Spaniard. You know, he's a super Spanish. His dad was 100% Basque. And his mom was, I think she was French and Spanish, but like, he was mostly Spanish guy. At the end of this article, he's like, I think it's really, really important for Hispanics to like pursue things like this because we need more minorities and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you're not a minority. You're Spanish. You fucking. So am I a minority because I'm Polish? No. Fuck no, dude. Fucking dirty ass. Yeah, snake ass, rat ass bitch, dude. Fucking. Oh my God. Like when I read that, I was like, okay, he might have advanced in life, but this is the same. Oh, and like in the article, he's like, and I did know this too. Like he had traveled and gone to like Thailand and India and like all these different places and shit. And like he said, I meditated 8 hours a day for 2 weeks. And like, no, I know him. He didn't. He fucking didn't. He larked about that one. But he was such a fucking piece of shit. And I was only friends with him because he would smoke me out and drink me out all the time. Like if I just fucking sat there listening to his bullshit, at the very least I could get drunk and high. And that's all I cared about when I was that age. So that was like the basis of our relationship. And Jeff was a locale. Like we had a few locales in our group, but Jeff was like the main locale because he always got himself in the craziest stories. I have so many good Jeff stories. But he's a piece of shit human being, genuine piece of shit human being, which is crazy because his mom, easily, Big Robin, ironically enough, Big Robin, but Big Robin, Jeff's mom, my favorite mother I've ever, best mom I've ever gone along with. So smart, so funny, so quick-witted, and just a genuine good parent. Like I always wish that she was my mom. Always. I never cared for Big Joe, and then when all that shit came out later about Big Joe cheating on his mom with a dude, and then he fucking ended up being gay with his dude, whatever. I thought that shit was hilarious, and in hindsight, it was like, oh yeah, the signs were totally there, but you don't think of your friend's dad as gay. Like you don't. That's not something you think about. But it explained a lot of shit with Joe, and Jenna, and Jeff, and Jeremy. Like they were all Jays. Like had been consented. I mean, he did, but he was passed out. Like I said, they were making out, and then he took his clothes off, and he literally passed out. Like he was passed out in the moonlight, like fucking donger up, and Deirdre just started riding him. Like it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. It was actually one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I've never seen a hog rape a dude before. I've never seen a dude rape. I've never seen anyone rape. I've never seen that. That was the only time I've ever seen it, and that was pretty wild. It was pretty fucking wild. And I was extremely drunk too. We were all extremely drunk because we had just watched Superbad in the theaters, and that was like a seminal movie for like that time, and like that was just such. I haven't seen it in so long, so I can't comment on my thoughts about that movie now. But I thought that shit was the funniest fucking movie, and it was so close to like how we were in high school. We weren't as nerdy, but like it was kind of the same. It was kind of the same type thing, and we definitely had the same type of humor. And I've always been a huge Michael Cera guy. Love Michael Cera, yeah. So it really set the tone for that entire night. What have the past few VCs have been like with me and Sig? Oh my god, dude, we've been having like 9-hour VCs, dude. Like, and to be honest, I'm pretty drunk for all of it, so I can't really tell you exactly what we're talking about. I can tell you this. I know a few weeks ago I told the Angie story. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell it here. I will, Joey. Like, if you want to hear the Angie story, I will tell it. But I have to be drunk, and it has to be in a VC. There's certain things I'm not comfortable sharing on YouTube. I'm just not, and that's one of them. This is literally I have two. And then the Hollywood sex party story, which is another one I really do, even more so than the Angie story. I don't feel comfortable sharing that story on YouTube at all because I could tell the story, but I'd have to leave out every single name, and because I don't want that fucking karma. I don't want that shit out there. I don't want people I don't know knowing that story. You know, I don't know who's watching this. They're both so hard to believe. I wouldn't even expect anyone who's not like super familiar with me. I wouldn't expect anyone to even believe them anyways. I probably wouldn't believe it either. The only way I would believe it is if I knew the person and like I knew they're like a sincere person. Yeah, Isaac Sick, dude. I truly think Isaac Sick. I'm starting to fucking fumble on my words. I need to get some water. I'm starting to fumble on my words because I've been talking a lot. But I do believe Sig Sack 6 podcast would do really well, and I do think the our what's it called? Our like the interpersonal relationships we have with each other are interesting, and the inside jokes we all have are super interesting. We're all really funny people. We're all really smart. We all have like our own perspectives and like our own. We all have our own like obvious glaring weaknesses too. So like to me, I think that makes us more interesting. You know, like a perfect. There are no perfect people, but like the people who portray themselves as perfect, or the people who portray themselves as always doing the right thing, or they're always nice, or they're always like, those are the people I trust the least, and I don't think they're interesting. I feel like me, Sack, and Sig, well, pretty much all Yaaaarrrrgggggs, hold on, I gotta take a drink, hold up. But pretty much all Yaaaarrrggggs, I feel like we're, even Kev, and like, some of the I say Craze is probably the only one, but even fucking Craze has admitted being wrong before. It's like I feel like as a whole, but maybe not Abs. I don't think Abs admits. This is the advice Abs gave me, and it was really good advice. Really good advice. He's like, stop arguing for your weaknesses, dude. You fucking like. He's like, conceive, believe, achieve, and he's right. I argue for my weaknesses way too much, but and I was trying to explain this to him. It's like it doesn't feel authentic or normal or right for me to only argue for my strengths when it's so obvious I have glaring weaknesses as well, you know? And I don't, and it's like, and I don't want to be an abs. Like, I don't want to be that guy who only boasts about himself. Like, that's not my personality at all. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to tell you what I'm good at. I'm going to tell you what I'm bad at. Like, I think that's important in a person. But at the same, on the flip side, abs is 1,000% right. I got to stop doing it at least as much. You know, you know, I got to go a little bit more towards the other side of the fence where, you know, even if it's delusional, I need to start just being a little bit more delusionally confident. But I don't know. I have low self-esteem. I'm such a mixed bag because I have such low self-esteem from being Big Frank, and not just that, but way more than that. Like I was Big Frank. My mom was the worst parent by far, and my relationship with her to this day is so scarring and so like every son. I don't care who the fuck you are, unless you're a complete psychopath. Every son, especially when you're young, you just want to make your mom happy. That's it. You want to see your mom laugh and smile. You want to make your mom happy. I always did. And I never, ever, 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 ever could. And still can't to this day. And to this day, the only time I ever, ever, ever saw her happy was when she had breast cancer and she had just gotten out of surgery. And she was pumped up full of so much drugs that like her inner light was finally able to shine through. And we had an amazing conversation. It was so nice. We had such an amazing conversation. My relationship with her, like it's so having such terrible parents, objectively terrible parents, has given me such low self-esteem. But at the same time, I'd be willing to bet, bare minimum, I'm top 3 Yaaaarrrrggggg who actually will like go out in public and like put himself on the line for hogs, like cold approaching and shit. Which I don't think that's saying much of anything, but it is saying something. You know, like I will lay it out on the line, even though I have these underlying insecurities. I will fucking do it. So like I'm just a mixed bag of people. Like, yeah, I'm extremes. Like my good attributes are really, really fucking good. My ability to read people, my ability to make a joke on the fly, my ability to genuinely provide value and to provide what's the word for it? Like if someone's telling me a story and like I can tell like they really just need someone to listen to them, I'm really good at that. But at the same time, I'm such a Big Frank's juggy fuck up who's just like, I'm escapist to the core. I've been an escapist since I was an infant for obvious reasons, and it's not good. It is not fucking good. Do I still keep in touch with Ed? I wish, dude. I wish, Jalal, man. Big Eddie was like, he was like 6'1", generally over 300 pounds. He fluctuated a lot. And we did balance each other so well. He was so fucking funny. Genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever met. Genuinely one of the kindest people I've ever met too. One of my favorite people I've ever met, period. And the only reason why we stopped hanging out was because for years we would smoke and drink together. For years and years and years and years. And then he got engaged to this dumb fat hog named Sarah. I knew it was a mistake. And ever since he got they didn't ever get married. He's married to someone else now, but ever since they got engaged, I was like around the age of 20. Every single time he smoked weed, he'd freak out, and obviously because it was his subconscious screaming at him, "Dude, don't marry this hog. She's fucking poison. And not only is she poison, she's fucking hideous." Eddie, even though he is fat, he was good looking. B, the girls loved him. I would say out of all my friends other than Adam, the girls loved Eddie so much. And there's like, he just had so many better opportunities, and he knew it deep down. And he was just settling for it. So he would always freak out, and he couldn't smoke weed anymore. And that was around the time when I stopped drinking, and I was only smoking weed. So then we were hanging out. I was only smoking weed, and he was only drinking. And then the energies were off because I was high and he was drunk. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't the same as it was the year before when we were both really, really drunk and really, really high and having the time of our lives, just fucking around. Um, yeah, that's why we stopped. It was like around the time I turned 21 because that's when I stopped drinking, and which is a total accident, by the way. I quit smoking cigarettes 3 weeks before I turned 21 because I knew it was likely that I would be going to bars a lot, and I didn't want to continue the habit of smoking cigarettes. But when I quit smoking cigarettes, the urge to drink just completely went away because nicotine and alcohol work on the same receptors in the brain. So when I just didn't want. I lost all fucking interest in alcohol. And from the ages of 21 to 35, save for a tiny, tiny, tiny binge when I was 30, completely sober from alcohol and cigarettes. I haven't smoked cigarettes since. Well, no, I did smoke cigarettes when I was 27 when I was getting off heroin. And me and Steph first met, we were smoking a lot of meth and cigarettes. But that was a means to an end. I was doing meth and cigarettes so I could get my mind off of heroin. That's what that was. Like it was really, really easy to get off cigarettes once my brain finally cleared out the cobwebs from years of heroin abuse, which took like I want to say 10 months before I finally returned back to baseline. But as soon as that happened, it was really easy to quit. Well, frankly, pun intended, frankly, I've been hammered for all our VCs. Yeah. I knew we went 7 hours and I don't remember a second. Yeah. I remember one time someone asked me, they're like, what were you and Preacher talking about? I guess me and Preacher were talking for like 6 hours. I'm like, I don't remember a goddamn thing. And one time Sack said, Sack was like, he said something like, he's like, I've been like implementing what you've been telling me lately. And I was like, I have no idea what I've been telling you. I'm sure it's good. Like drunk six is wise, but I got no fucking clue, dude. So like, I'm not the person you should ask about what goes on in VC, because not every time, but at least eight out of 10 times I'm drunk, like pretty often. It's actually kind of the only reason why I'm sober right now is because I don't fucking have money. Well, I do. I have a $5 gift card that I could use for many different things. Like it was something T-Mobile gave me. It was like a hair fat groupie that I could use it for Walmart. I mean, it's closed now, so I can't do it now. But that I could use for in Walmart and get a vodka. But like that's literally it, and like that just doesn't feel good. And especially since yesterday I told myself I wasn't gonna drink anymore. Like I should at least follow through. It's just 2 weeks, dude. It's just 2 weeks. I just said August. I said I'm gonna be sober the rest of August, and I do think that I should do that. It's probably better. Last few VCs have been a lot about hogs and picks. Well, I mean that's normally what VC is like picks and hogs, because that's what we all can relate to. We all fucking have a hog we want to pork, or are porking, or are gonna pork, or have porked. We can all relate there. And we all are MMA fans, so makes sense. Was that a vodka? No. Not a vodka. It was not a vodka. It was not a vodka. It was water. No, I wish it was a vodka. I do wish it was a vodka. Love you, sir. Love you, Sack. I can't get a read on abs despite knowing him probably best in here. I know. I don't know, like smart but ego fueled. Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you mean? That's literally that's abs. I mean, he's perceptive. My favorite fucking I've said this to Sack and Sig too. One of my favorite yard dynamics is Notorious and Abs, because I believe Sig said it. He said it so well. He's like, Notorious is like Joker and Abs is like Batman. like Abs just has nothing on him. even though he's objectively like much cooler, much smarter, like much more worthwhile human being. Very obviously, stylistically, it is such a bad matchup for him. It's a nightmare matchup for him. And seeing them go back and forth always makes me laugh really fucking hard. Like really, really fucking hard. Like I don't like no. I've never gone at Noto really. The first time I interacted with him, when I did, but I just realized, I very, very quickly realized. Show Big Larry. Big Larry, come here. Big Larry. Big Larry. Come on. You see Big Larry? It's probably hard to see because it's dark, but see Big Larry. Big Larry. He's so cute. He's such a cute guy. Hi, baby. You see this cute little kitty? It's probably just a black fur ball you're seeing. Yeah, you can't really tell. That's the thing about black cats. They're beautiful, but you can't really see unless they're in the right light. Still think to this day weed-induced schizophrenia me. Yeah, oh dude. With Eddie, with Ryan Butterworth, with Stephanie for sure, and with me. I've had many, many schizophrenic breakdowns on weed. But I'm the type of person that, even though in the moment I'm having a schizophrenic breakdown because I got too high on weed, never stops me from smoking weed. The only thing that stopped me from smoking it so regularly was because so many strains are high in oxalates, and when you're smoking oxalates, way different than eating it. When you're eating it, you're only absorbing like 50% of it. Well, it depends on how leaky your gut is. It could be more, but a healthy person is only absorbing about 50% of those oxalates. But when you're smoking it, it's 100%. And especially with stale weed, the older the weed and the more stale weed I've noticed, the more and more oxalates it is. And like, I literally had to stop smoking so much just because of that. If I could find like a consistent grower who grew like a low oxalate weed, which they do exist. I've smoked many bowls that you could tell. I can tell immediately because my face flushes. Like if you consume a lot of oxalates, the very first thing happens is your face gets on fire. At least for me. Like literally immediately, like within 5 or 10 seconds of smoking. So like I know right away. So that's why I stopped. But like I would never stop smoking because I go insane. It was like I'm insane anyways, dude. Like I'm the type of person to like I'm willing to explore those insane aspects of my mind to maybe, even though it's not fun in the moment, maybe I can get like a nugget of truth or like something valuable, some sort of valuable insights into me, you know. I ruined this girl's life by giving her a give, gave her 1 give and she started hallucinating daily. Are you serious? She was I think Preacher's dead. Oh, dude, I hope Preacher's not dead. Preacher's one of my favorite people in Yaaaarrrrgggg for sure. He's so funny. He's so fucking funny. If me and Preacher had more VC time and just had more time interacting with each other, I know I could be a huge benefit in his life, and vice versa. I love Preacher. I can't say the only thing bad I can say about him is that he snaked me the first time I met him, but like it's understandable. And I definitely don't hold it against him. But it's pretty crazy. You ruin a girl's life just by giving her 1 give. I mean, it happens. Like some brain chemistries are super fragile, but don't blame yourself, dude. That was meant to be. That was just meant to be, you know. But goddamn, I hope Preacher isn't dead because I tend to think he's not. But maybe. Because he's young. Isn't he your age? I don't know how old he is, but I want to say he's a little bit younger than you, Joey. I want to say he's like 26-ish, 25, 26. I could be wrong though. Just started cracking up in my car over that. Wait, over what? Noto. Over abs and Noto. Noto, one of the only people that can cook abs. A lot of people can cook abs. I feel like I got the best of abs. Well, like verbally, as long as I wasn't too drunk. I feel like I slayed abs every single time. However, when it came to triggering, me and abs went tit for tat. He got me just as angry as I got him. So, Big Larry got a female cat meow. Yeah, he's got a very high pitched meow. Do I think Preacher could be dead? It's possible. I've got a really strong death sense, and I don't think he is. But it's obviously possible. But no, he's too young. I think he's probably just going through something. He went through that one phase not too long ago where I don't know if he was drunk or really high, but there was like a few days period where like he was going on kind of a rampage in Yaaaarrrrgg, and it made Yaaaarrrrgg fucking 10 times better. Yaaaarrrrgg is always better when it's Preacher heavy. Love Big Preacher. So I don't think so. I think he's probably just going through something. Would be my guess. Like all of us, like we're all kind of going through something. change my bio from Rip Sig to Rip Preacher. I might do that too. I might change my fucking screen name from Underage Girlfriend to Rip Preacher. Actually, I hope he's not dead. I hope he's not dead because, like I said, he's one of my favorites. He's one of the funniest people for sure. Like pound for pound, everyone in Esoteric Only, like we're the funniest in my opinion. And like you could rank us any way you want. Like I'm obviously a little biased. I feel like I'm top 2 at worst. But at the same time, you could easily make a case Preacher and Joey are funnier than me. I actually would not. I wouldn't. I could take a backseat to that, I think. And then I think me, Sig, and Sack are all pretty like on the same level. We're all just really funny. You can kind of interchange us. Although my sense of humor is more schizo coded and Joey coded. Like me and Joey. I've said this before in VC, but me and Joey are definitely the 2 most likely Yaaaarrrrgggggs to just start talking about random bullshit and just going on a fucking schizo rant, and no one knows what the fuck we're talking about, but it's still funny and entertaining. So I do that. Like Sig and Sack will never. I'm pretty sure Sack has never done that, and I think the only time Sig has done it when it comes to like a hog, like Big Anna Jean or Big Riley or something like that. Then he will, but it's not really schizo. Like when me and you do it, Joey, it's fucking schizo a lot of times. So that's where our humors differ, and that's why I do like kind of rank us a little bit funnier, just because we're more unhinged. We're just we got way more mental issues than they do, pretty obviously, which makes us inherently funnier people. But also it makes us. I'm sure we get insufferable sometimes. I know I get insufferable for people around me sometimes, and it's obviously it's because of my mental issues. But like, what can I do? Gotta fucking embrace it. Big schmoker, chimping. I know you should. Joey, how many cigarettes do you smoke a day? Like, how bad was it for you? Like, when I was smoking a lot, it still wasn't insane. It was probably like, I'd say it was about a half a pack a day. But if I got extra drunk that day, like when I was like 18, 19, 20, if I got extremely drunk, then I could go through 3/4 of a pack to a full pack. But whenever I went over half a pack, I always woke up with the worst skin, the worst acne, or not the worst acne, but I'd always have like 1 or 2 like really bad, nasty looking, like big jams, pus balls on my face, and my throat would always hurt. And the biggest thing is my head. It'd give me so much headaches, so many fucking headaches. I don't miss smoking cigarettes at all. I still have a pack of cigarettes in here that I fucking bought a few years ago for no reason. Never once had an inkling to do it. I wish you would stop, Joey, but since you are a heavy drinker and a smoker, it's like it is kind of hard. But then again, I do think you should try. Like, if you are looking to quit, if you are ever looking to quit alcohol, that's what I did when I first quit alcohol, and I wasn't even trying to. When I was 20 years old, I just quit cigarettes, which is easy, very easy. The biggest difference between smoking cigarettes and not smoking cigarettes is that you feel better and you're a little bit more irritable. And I got really pussy yarg, like mucusy yards, really mucusy yards. For like the first few weeks when I quit smoking cigarettes, but that was it. Like, there was no physical withdrawals. I was just a little bit antsy, a little bit on edge, but basically nothing compared to. I mean, alcohol is the same way. Like, alcohol is not addictive to me. Like, I quit drinking for a few months, and then I quit drinking almost all of July as well. Quite literally, the only side effect from stopping and drinking is like the first day or two I'll have like some cold sweats when I sleep, and I'll wake up, but that's just my body detoxing from it, and it goes away really quick. Like, when I quit heroin, I had cold sweats for at least 6 months straight, and they were bad. They were bad. It's gonna be IBBB, and yeah, that bad. Where like I wake up and the entire fucking bed is just drenched. It's not like that with the alcohol sweats. Like generally the alcohol sweats don't even wake me up. Whereas like the heroin sweats, they wake you up because you're just shake. It gets bad. The schooling is the schooling is easy to quit. The alcohol is the hard one. The smoking, yeah. I don't think alcohol is hard. Like alcohol is a different beast for me. Maybe, but do you get physical withdrawal symptoms? Because I don't. And I've said this before, but I drank nearly every single night from about the age of 6 to right before I turned till 3 weeks before I turned 21 ish, somewhere around there. Because I still remember my dad got me drunk because I was pretending not to be drunk on New Year's Eve. I was either 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember if it was 5 or 6. So it could be 5. It could be as early as 5. It was the first time I tried alcohol, and it was the first time I tried shrimp cocktail. I remember that memory very vividly. And the funny thing is I didn't even like the shrimp, but I was like pretending to like it because I just wanted to be an adult. And I didn't like the taste of the beer at all. It was Budweiser. Pretty sure it was a beer, I know, but I'm pretty sure it's Budweiser. My dad used to drink Steve Weiser's. His name was Steve, so he'd crack open a Steve Weiser and stomp a mud hole in someone's ass. He was a bald fucking maniac like Stone Cold. But yeah, so he was giving me alcohol, and I hated it at first, but I was like, this is what adults do, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. And then I started feeling the buzz. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I fucking get it. But I was like, okay, I want to see where this goes, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm not drunk at all. And I got fucking slammered. And my mom was so pissed. I still remember how pissed off my mom is. And my dad was like, oh, it's fine. This is like one of the few instances where my mom was like totally in the right, and she should have put her foot down and be like, no, you're not getting our 5-year-old son fucking hammered, dude. He's already, I don't know how much, I don't remember how much it was, but it was probably just like a beer, but still, 5-year-old, first time ever drinking alcohol, that's a lot. That's a lot. Had an opiate run in 2019, and alcohol was worse. Really? What's up? Oh, Big Jesse, haven't seen you in a long time. Holy shit, dude. How are you doing? How are you doing, my man? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Very good to see you, my man. Love you, Big Jesse. Yeah, hope you're doing good. That's crazy that alcohol is worse for you, dude. Like I said, it took me 10 full months for my fucking heroin brain to go back to normal. I was a psycho. That's why I was doing meth and cigarettes with Steph. And before I met her, I was doing meth and cigarettes. Because I had to. I literally had to, because my emotional compass, like my emotional regulation system, it wasn't there. It wasn't there if I was sober. I was a fucking wreck. An absolute wreck. I needed meth was super therapeutic for me. In that, what was it, 5 months I was doing it? Mostly with Big Steph, but it was a means to an end. I think it's psychological. I've been through physical withdrawals daily with Percocet, and alcohol wasn't nearly as bad. Yeah, for sure. But the alcohol is a necessity for me to keep the Mr. High. Yeah, I get that. But no, I do. I totally fucking get that. And like, yeah, I've tried quitting out. I mean, yeah, I quit for a few months early in the year when my foot was a balloon. My foot was a balloon, yeah. My foot was a balloon. My donger popped out of the socket, but that was a few months, and then just last month, July, I made it. I made it a what's it called? A resolution. I was like, I'm not gonna drink at all in July. And I made it to fucking July 27th, and I caved. The reason why I caved was because it was July 29th or something that the full moon was going to be. And full moon, like, I don't eat that day. And like, I've learned, you don't drink the day before you fast. Obviously, you're not drinking the day you fast because it's not a fast. And you don't drink the day after because it never goes well. Like, if you drink the day before, it will ruin your fast because your body's still recovering from the fast. I mean, recovering from the alcohol. So it kind of destroys the purpose of the fast because when you're fasting, it's supposed to be the time that you're allowing your body to recover and just you're not consuming anything. Well, but just besides olive oil, salt, olive oil, lime, and key lime and cayenne. So I do consume that when I'm fasting, but like no solid food, and it just allows your body to just recover like greatly with all the autophagy shit going on after you stop eating for 16, 18 hours. But yeah, so it's like the 17th. I mean the 27th I drank, and then it's like the 29th. I did the fast, and the 30th I didn't drink. But by the 31st, I was like, I can't make it to fucking August 1st. I'm drinking again. So I drank 2 times in July when I said I wasn't gonna do it at all. That's pretty good, but still, I get it. Like it is. I don't know. It could be better. Fucking could be better. I hate, like I was really down on myself, and I told this to Sack too. I was like, I hope you don't feel like, I was like, well, how do you feel? Like I went against my word. I said, and I told everyone, I was like, this is sober July. I'm not drinking this entire July. And I went back on my word. I barely went back on my word, but I did go back on my word. And I felt like a fraud, and I was kind of down on myself for that. And he was like, dude, I don't fucking care. I was like, yeah, why would he? Like, why would he care one way or another? But like I don't give my word often. So when I do, I like to stick by it, especially when it comes to like substances and shit. I've literally been fired for not being drunk because people were so used to me being drunk. That reminds me of my friend. I can't remember his name. Oh my God. He was my friend in high school, and he would get blasted high and drunk every single day. And like in the morning, and go to school just fucked up. And the rare occasions when he didn't, everyone thought he was fucked up. And no one ever thought he was fucked up when he was. I didn't. His name was Kelly, an unfortunate girl's name. Oh, yeah, Kelly Kimbrough. I still remember. Really, really funny guy. Everyone thought he was fucked up when he wasn't. I didn't, because like I knew the signs, because I didn't go to high school drunk hardly at all. Surprisingly, I could have. I definitely could have. Like if I had thought about it, like I could have just like snuck some alcohol. Because I'd always wait for my dad to go to bed and then sneak. And he'd go to bed really, really early, so I was able to sneak alcohol from him every single night. And he always had vodka. He always had whiskey. He always had an insane amount of beer, usually Budweiser. So like it was super easy. He never once 14 years this shit went on. He never once suspected that shit. That's how much of a drunk, and that's how much of a retard he was, and how stocked he was with alcohol. But yeah, that was my daily. I'd drink at night, and then when I started going to college, in junior college, that's when I started experimenting with going to school drunk and high, which I actually had some good times doing. Porked a really, really nice hog solely because one day I went to school like fucking belligerent, and not just that, I had a fucking headband, like a dodgeball headband, like from the movie, and then I had a T-shirt that was like a Big Emily, Big Sammy, like for one of my birthdays they made me a bunch of T-shirts, and they just wrote a bunch of fucked up horrible shit on my T-shirt, just calling me like a fucking retard or a faggot or whatever. Like there's this man, this fucking stream's gonna get taken down. I've said way too many things. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get taken down. But I wore that, and then I wore really, really short shorts, like light blue shorts, and I rolled into fucking psychology class one day. Yeah, fucking blitzed out of my mind, and it gave me the confidence to go up to Big Carissa, who's now married to someone who looks like Jalal. I've posted his picture in the fucking Discord before. She's married to a Jalal now with kids. I've dated, I don't even know how many hogs that are now have brown babies, whether they're Mexican or Indian or Afghani. A lot of them. It happens a lot to me. I don't know why. Really don't know why. Let's see, where am I? Did they not smell the alcohol in your breath before? I never had an issue with it. No, they never did. Like you're talking about my parents, they literally never did. But like my parents would go to bed early, and then I would just go sneak downstairs, get it. So like I was never drunk around them, or rarely I was drunk around them. Occasionally my dad would let me get drunk with him when I was a kid. And if you're talking about when I was in college, no, they literally like some people knew because it was pretty fucking obvious, but no one cared. Like Palomar College in fucking San Diego County and fucking San Marcos was the chillest, most relaxed fucking place of education. Like it's no one gave a fuck. The teachers, the students, everyone was so fucking chill. No one really gave a shit, which was really cool. So if they did smell it on me, they didn't fucking care. They didn't say anything. Me donger popped out. Yeah. I love that story. That's probably my favorite sex story. Although I mean your the lamp-based story is even better. But Jesse, I was making revenue, so I never complained. It was in Agora in Baltimore, and I was having a good time with people while hammered. But if I wasn't hammered, they thought something was wrong. Yeah, most people don't fucking care, dude. I mean, alcohol is socially acceptable, so as long as you're not throwing up, you're probably okay, you know? And even if you are throwing up, as long as you're not doing it in front of them, once again, you're probably okay. Had several... Oh, Big Larry's here. Let's see if we can get Big Larry. Big Larry! He's so cute. Sweetheart. He gives me nose kisses all the time. Sweetest little dude ever. Genuinely the sweetest guy. Also the most annoying guy sometimes. He's like the most annoying cat I've ever had, but he's sweet. I love him so much. Can only run that course for so long before homeostasis nukes you. Yeah, dude, like that was me this morning. Cause like I told you, like if I drink in the morning or night, like as long as I can get just like even a half an hour sleep, as long as I can get a nap, and after I start coming down, then for the most part I'm fine. But I didn't have enough alcohol to get me drunk enough so that I could fall asleep this morning. So I was going fucking nuts. Like yeah, searching that fucking first I was searching that hog from BB Bop, and then searching Jeff, and then searching like a whole bunch of other people from my childhood. It got me really nostalgic. And I'm doing this as I'm coming down from getting drunk. And it just put me in the worst. And I literally have, like I said, I literally have $2 in my fucking bank account. And yeah, so like that's like just a whole bunch of like mental stress, mental triggers. That was just really bad today. I should have just tried to sleep anyways, and something told me, I was like, I probably could have taken a nap, but I was so fucking zeroed in on like trying to figure out everything about this hog and seeing if there's a way I can fucking beta male my way through this hog, because yeah, I have not felt, this is only the second hog that I've met since moving here over 9 years ago now. The last one was Kiana a year ago, and she moved 3-4 days. It was four. She moved to fucking South Carolina 4 days after I met her, and I was like, I don't want to say I was falling in love, but I was. Like I genuinely was. She's so cute and so funny, and her parents and her family was like, I met them briefly, but they were really cool. And it really felt like, oh man, after all this time, I finally found my Ojai hog. You know, I found my Ojai hog. Hi, baby. Oh, there he's coming on my chest. And then she moved, and then I went off the deep end. I didn't go off the deep end really. I just hi, baby. I told you just out of the fucking blue, I hadn't spoken to him in like 7 or 8 years. Big Matt, he just texted me out of the blue. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I said, nothing much. He's like, well, I'm going to a party. There's gonna be a lot of drugs, but like I just need a ride there. It's kind of near downtown, and I know you're kind of on the way. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then I just ended up doing a fucking bunch of meth and heroin and OD'd and ruined their party, and then got sent to, well, I woke up in the hospital, and then I got sent to rehab against my will for 3 days. That was when Big Kev also got sent to rehab at the same, like it dovetailed perfectly. And I said it like when Big Kev went to rehab, my life went to shit so bad because Kiana left like immediately after Kev stopped talking in Yarg. Like Kiana left, and then 2-3 days after that maximum. I don't really remember exact time frame because I was drinking a lot of loco, a lot of loco. But then Big Matt texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to this party?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Where if she didn't leave, there's a 0% chance I'd be like, "No, I'm busy." I'd probably be hanging out with her. And if I wasn't, I'd still be like, "Nah, I actually have something to live for right now. I'm not gonna fucking do that." Even though I was drinking the Loki with Kiana, I was drinking less, and in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I have a reason to get my shit together a little bit. Like, is this an actual? For me, she was a 10 out of 10. I would say an average person would give her like an 8, but for me, she was a 10. She really was. Could definitely get away with some beers at lunch at a construction site. Dude, you can get away with a lot of drugs, depending on how well you can hold your shit, I guess. Big Larry got so much charisma. He talks so much, and he's so sweet and so cuddly. Every single morning, he gets on my chest and cuddles with me. Let's see if we can get it on here. I think if I get this blanket on, he'll come and sit on me. I just don't want the blanket on me because it's fucking hot. But yeah, he's on me. Look how sweet this guy is. How can you hate Big Larry? How can you hate this guy? Nicest kitty. He's just the nicest boy. He's so cute. He's so cute. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now he's licking my Adam's apple. Oh, baby boy. I love Big Larry. Oh, he's so sweet. Look at this shit, dude. That's the nicest, sweetest thing. Out of all the pets I've had, Larry is by far the cuddliest. He's just a little lover. He does not care about personal boundaries whatsoever. He just wants to cuddle. Security guard in the goat job for not doing shit can just rip that part down. Yeah. I thought about doing that. My dad was a security guard for a while after he retired, and he always said that I should do it, but like, I don't have the frame. Like, I'm pretty thin. Like I said, I haven't weighed myself in 6 or 7 years minimum. Oh, there he's gone. He saw a bug. Now he's gonna kill a bug. That's another great thing about Big Larry. Any moth, fly, wasp, I've seen him eat wasps. Any bug. Besides, he's not good with fruit flies because they're too small for him to. He'll detect them, but they're too small for him to like really latch onto, like zero in on. But any bug other than a fruit fly, it's fucking dead. Like, he's such a good watchdog. But he's back to security guard. I just don't think I'm an intimidating. I mean, I got my eyes are intimidating. My eyes are intimidating, but I'm not an intimidating person. And I'm 5'11", maximum 155. I'm guessing. Like I said, I haven't weighed myself. I'm guessing like 150. So I'm not a big guy, and I feel like a smaller security guard is gonna have to deal with more shit than a bigger security guard would do. You know, I feel like a 6'2" fucking unit, like big hat, fucking is gonna naturally deter more crime. And I don't want to be like the guy. Like, I don't care if someone's fucking committing crimes, dude. I really don't give a shit. If it doesn't bother me, if it's not hurting me, if it's not hurting anyone else, I don't care. I don't care if someone's like fucking stealing shit from whatever. Like, if I'm a security guard at Walmart, like I see someone stealing something, like, I don't fucking give a shit, dude. Like, it's not really my nature to care. So I just don't think I'd be a good security guard. Even though, yeah, it's probably most days or nights it's like a really good job for sure. Yeah, Saint got sent to rehab in August 23rd. Yeah, that was what are you talking? That was when we first met. I mean, we were already cordial in a Guru's chat, but yeah, like, you were in rehab, and it was one of my streams where you were in rehab, and I went to I went to the frozen lake and did a frozen lake stream. I gotta stop drinking because sometimes after 15 shooters, I start yelling at people at the local gas station, and I don't remember why. Better than Boobadoo? No one's better than Boobadoo. I miss Boobadoo. Boobadoo's my soul kitty. Boobadoo, that's the 4th iteration she came in my life. This is Big Larry's 2nd iteration in my life. He was his previous life. I don't think it wasn't his most recent life, but one of his previous lives. Big Larry was my dog Bailey growing up, and like when I first met Big Larry, when Big Steph found him, I recognized his soul immediately, just like I recognized Boobadoo's soul when in Boobadoo, in Geist, in Maverick, and in Sassy. Like when I first saw Sassy, like I knew she was my soul kitty, and like I recognized that soul. But with Big Larry, I recognized the soul, but I was like racking my brain for like what previous cat, and I'm like, it's not adding up. And it literally took me a year for me to figure out, oh, he wasn't a cat, he was my dog growing up. And it makes total sense because he's a puppy kitty. He's such a dog. He's the least independent cat you will ever meet. He's always around, he's always meowing, he always wants my attention, he always wants to play, or he always wants to cuddle. Like most cats are a little standoffish, or they want their space. That's the opposite of Big Larry. Like he wants to be cuddled. I'm Fat Fook Security, probably good for me. Got the Marcine Tibur. Are you really Tibura right now? Or are you kind of jacked right now? I mean, I've seen you when you're super jacked, but I haven't seen any pictures of you when you're fat. Wonder if we'll get reincarnated as cats. Well, I am definitely a feline-like human, you know. I feel like pretty much all cats have those Scorpio eyes, you know, like they have those intense fucking, like they just see through everything. Like you can't get anything past a cat. You literally can't. You can get so many things past a dog. You ain't getting shit past Big Larry. Big Larry, because he's the tiniest little movement of a bug, is gone. And I can see the tiniest little fucking crack in a mask of someone that I don't even know, but just like someone I know in Discord, you know, and I'll pounce. Or I used to, but I don't do it anymore because I just don't. I've curbed that aspect of my personality, at least online, because it's so dumb. Yeah, I'm very cat-like in that sense, and I've always just liked cats. Always just really related to them, and I like all animals. I like even the squirrels outside. We have so many squirrels here in Cleveland, and like especially like in my apartment complex, there's so many, and I always stop and like try to pet them. There's been a couple times where a squirrel just comes up to me straight up, like no fear, no nothing, and I'm able to fucking pet a squirrel, which is insane. Like that just doesn't really happen really, but like they sense that I'm not a threat, you know. Like I make sure to emanate it from my chest center, like, dude, I'm not a threat, like I'm just here, I just want to love you. I'll feed you some nuts. I'll feed you some nuts if I can find some. I never bought into astrology because I know people with my same birthday and we're all different. Yeah, but yeah, dude, it's not, bro, every 2 hours your rising sign is different, which is going to change. It's going to change everything. And every fucking minute, the fucking geometry of the sky is different. So it's not your birthday, it's your birth time and location. Like just because you're in a birthday doesn't mean you're born in the same hospital. Doesn't, you know, and it doesn't mean you're born at the same time. There could still be wild variances between you and someone born on the same day. Yeah, I always thought astrology was bullshit. I told you until I used to be really active in these betting discords, and by far the most profitable and the most consistently correct people were the ones that were good in astrology. So I was like, fuck, there's got to be something to it. Like I thought it was stupid, but maybe I'm wrong, you know. So I used it for that for a while, and it was good. But it was when I applied it to my own life. That's when I That's when I stopped using it for betting for the most part, because I was like, this is a true divination tool, and it's like, it's sacred. It's a sacred science. It's an intuitive science, but it's the most scientific science I've ever come across. It's so exact, but so unique to, like, everyone has their own methods and ways of doing shit, because the geometry of the sky is so fucking vast. There's so many different ways you can interpret it and perceive it. And if you're just an intuitive person and you're really into like archetypes and yeah, like archetypes are huge. Like there's just certain archetypes that people are, and once you understand that they're all in the sky, and if you understand your birth chart, like, it'll tell you what you are. And like I said, like when the first time I read my birth chart, I was weeping the entire day. I was uncontrollably weeping the entire day, because my entire life finally made some sort of sense. I was like, oh shit, okay. Literally the worst moment of my fucking life happened about 30 minutes after I found out Pluto was undesignated as a planet. I told that story in VC. It's a fucking, don't really need to tell it. Like, it's just bad. I learned a lot from that moment too, though. Even though I never fully recovered, in that moment, it turned me from an extrovert into an introvert. Not immediately, but it was like a slow burn, where like 3 years later, I'm almost a complete introvert, because I just couldn't heal from what happened. Yeah, I tamed a coyote as a kid. Nice, dude. You can tame pretty much anything if you feed them enough, or if you just have enough like heart center. Like when Big Lex and what's his name? What was his name? Lex's brother. Why can't I think of his name? Lex and the other kid. Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. Big Ben. When Big Lex and Ben, they tamed so many squirrels. They had so many squirrels just outside their window, just waiting for nuts, and they would just let them pet them and shit. It was so fucking funny. Do you think family influence plays a bigger part? Like, being Big Frank is way more influential? Nature. It's 50-50. Like it's like, it's so hard to say, because like my birth chart is conducive to, is like someone with my exact birth chart, it's likely that they're going to be Big Frank, or there's going to be some sort of abuse like that somewhere in their life, likely early on. And sure enough, it is. So is it because I was born at the exact time I was, or was it because it was death? I personally think it was because I'm an extremely old soul, like extremely old soul. And I know because I remember fucking like not going into the light, but there's like so many different other traps than just not going into the light. Like, there's so many different subtle traps for you to escape the moon matrix and escape the fucking demiurge fucking siphoning our loosh, fucking lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. There's so many, and I know I got really, really close this last time, but each time you get further and further, but then you fucking fail a test and you go back. Is my belief that life gets harder, because they want you to fail, you know? Like, there's been so many times in my life I could have been dead, should have been dead, or could have just gone completely AWOL and like lose my mind forever. Could have, and I truly think that's the architecture of the prison that we're all in. The less aware of the prison your soul is, the less negative shit the demiurge needs to throw at you to keep you in the prison, you know? The more aware, the more Big Larry's back. The more aware of subtle energies and subtle traps and shit like that you are, look how cute. The more bad shit is gonna happen. Like I wasn't supposed. Like, I wasn't supposed to be born to my mom and dad. Like, I don't have a soul connection to my mom or dad at all. Like, my dad's been dead over 10 years now, very, very rarely do I even think of him. Um, really. And when I do, it's not like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like he's watching over me or anything like that. I feel like he's definitely, uh, I don't know where the fuck is. Wherever the fuck he is, I don't think he's too concerned with what happened. I know for a fact he was definitely super, what's the word for it? He was super ashamed and definitely wish he wasn't fucking Big Frank. I know that much, but like I don't think he's like watching over me now. I don't get that sense at all. And when my mom dies, I don't think her and like my grandma. I mean, I saw her all the time growing up. Occasionally, I'll think of her, but I don't feel like she's watching over me. I don't feel like this is like my soul family. I've met members of my soul family. Tony, I think you're part of my soul family. I think Sig and Sack are part of my soul family. I know Big Adam is part of my soul family. The original Angie, part of my soul family. Emily, for sure. Stephanie, for sure. What other hogs? Kiana, for sure. This hog I just met, probably. Because they say our soul families are in like groups of 128 or so, and you're likely to meet many of them throughout your lifetime. So, ooh, and you just know, like, there's this poopy tail in my face. You just know, like, there's an instant connection, and I didn't have that with my sister. I didn't have that with my dad. Didn't have that with my mom. But I had friends growing up. Big Eric, Big Butterworth. Um, Big John, my old meth dealer, Big John, for sure, Big John, for sure, Big John. Um, yeah, like your soul family. Yeah, dude, he loves being on my shoulder like this. It's one of his favorite positions. Such a good guy. I said this before, but I used to make DMT constant. Yeah. You tried to send me that video, but it's taken off fucking YouTube, and was always afraid to take it because I was scared of being convinced by entities that I was in perma hell. That is how all my DMT to Big Brian. Yeah, dude. I mean, when I was 13 years old, I was 1,000% convinced for, I want to say 3 months, maybe 4 months. 1,000% convinced that I died and went to hell, and it was to the point where I'd literally see, I'd hallucinate flames, but like there would be like flames that were like interweaving with the wall or interweaving with the grass or whatever. It happened a lot, and I was so fucking convinced. And all it started, I was 13 years old. I was watching a TV show, and I don't even remember what they were talking about. It was like some talk show. And I went to the bathroom to fucking like squeeze a pimple off my fucking teenage nose. And all I thought was, what if I'm dead? And then I started freaking out. I was like, oh my God. That actually makes sense. That I'm dead, because that's a perfect explanation why everything's so fucked up. I really am in hell. I really am dead. And there's a part of my brain that still kind of believes that. Like it is a good explanation. Like it does explain pretty much everything. It doesn't explain Big Larry though. Definitely does not explain Big Larry. So like that's not my main perception of reality now. But yeah, I was in psychosis for about 3 months, like deep psychosis, just 1,000% convinced that I was in hell. So yeah, I think you'd be ready for it way more than me. Yeah, dude, I have nothing to lose, man. That's the thing. I have fucking nothing to lose, especially now, but really at any point in my life, I feel like that. Like I just don't have there's not much to lose. And I've done so many psychedelics. There was that one time when I don't know how much it was because I stopped weighing them, but so I just started shoving the shrooms in my mouth. But I know at the very, very least it was 18, but I'm pretty damn sure it was like 20 to 25 grams of shrooms. Like I said, minimum 18 grams in a day. You can't eat that much in one sitting because your fucking stomach will not allow it. Or at least mine, at least my smaller stomach, it's too much dry substance in there. Like you can't get enough water down, like Anything over 5 grams, it is really, really tough on your stomach, and even 5 grams is not easy. Um, just the fact that I ate all that in one day is pretty nuts. And I also told the story of my friend Big Mike in college at Palomar. He was one of the craziest people, but funny. Um, Big Mike is kind of along the lines of you and me, Big Joey, but like even more crazy, I would say, because he one day he grew shrooms for a while, and one day, and this was before I met him, but he just decided in like a day that he would just eat 3 fucking ounces of shrooms. I guess they're pretty potent. And he said he woke up like a few days later, like on the roof of some fucking building, half naked, and he was never the same since. And he was a strange fucking duck, man. He was so fucking strange. And the funniest thing about him, well, like, he was really Mike Dybert. He was really, really tall, kind of strange, gangly, weird looking guy, like probably like 6'5", 6'6", and he had the most tiniest, submissive, quiet little girlfriend ever. Like the way, but I like the way they interacted with each other was so funny, because he's such a fucking weirdo, funny weirdo, and like she was always amused by it, but she wasn't the type that could ever add on to the psychosis and the strangeness. Whereas like the rest of his friends, like me and even Big Jeff, like we could add on to the insanity. I always had the sense this isn't baseline reality. I mean, that's just obvious. If you think this is baseline reality, you're just not that perceptive. I thought that when I was 5 years old, and I had no concept of any of this shit. But I knew this wasn't it. I knew everything just felt wrong. I remember being in the crib, just being like, everything is so fucking wrong. This isn't what it's supposed to be. Like, this is not real life. It's just not. Yeah, you could probably take it and be fine. Even if I wasn't fine, I'm very, very confident in my ability to make myself be fine in those scenarios. Because I've had bad mushroom trips, and I've had bad acid trips, and I've had bad weed trips. And a lot of times the weed trips are like the worst ones. But I always come out okay. I always come out with my brain mostly intact. And like I will, I'm really good at not getting sucked in so much to whatever's going on, especially in those mind states, that I'm not also looking for the silver lining, like the what's it called, the diamond in the rough, the fucking like that pearl nugget that you can extract from the shitty fucking situation. I've always been good at that. So I'm sure, even I know for a fact DMT is way crazier, and maybe I couldn't do that with DMT, but I still feel like I probably could. Or like ayahuasca or any of that shit. I'm sure I could, but it would be a very intense, brutal fucking experience. Like, it wouldn't be fun. I know that. I learn a lot, but I don't think it'd be fun. I'd be down to make it for you also. Oh, dude. Yeah, if you want to, dude. Like, I've been wanting to do it. I want to say since the first time I did acid, which was like, it was in college, so probably like 19 years old, I've wanted to do DMT, and I've just never had the opportunity. Like my old weed dealer, he always says, he's like, I have some, you can have some, but then whenever I asked him, he'd be like, no, I only have a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, dude, if you want to make it for me, I would be greatly appreciated. I could definitely use it. And especially now where I'm at in my life, like, everything's so stagnant right now. But it's not at the same time. Like I said, I've talked to more hogs these past 2 weeks. Most of that has come due to the fact that I haven't fucking tugged on my donger these. I'm pretty sure I haven't tugged on my donger the entirety of August, but if I have, the last time it was like August 1st or 2nd. But I want to say I haven't tugged on my donger since like since before the last full moon. Pretty sure. And whenever you're like unfapped, or for me anyways, whenever I'm unfapped, if I see a hog out in public, it's like my feet just go. It's not even a conscious thing. But if I'm like whacking off 1 or 2 times a day, then I'm way more likely to get in my head. Like all of July, like the first 27 days of July, I was completely sober, which generally is better for me when it goes to hogging. For like when the more drugs I do, especially alcohol, the more like low self-esteem I have, because I look a little bit worse and I feel a little bit worse and I'm not quite as on my mental game. But these last 2 weeks, it hasn't stopped me at all. And even though I was sober and like way more mentally sharp, fucking in July, I was also whacking off pretty much every day. I went on like I think it's pretty much that entire sobriety streak. I was also whacking off every day, which is really strange for me. Like normally if I'm sober, I'm not whacking off, period. Like that's usually I like to get fucked up and start whacking off. It's like a common thing for me. So it's been a weird like reversal of what normally goes on when I'm sober and when I'm high and drunk. But it's always better. Like it's always better to not whack up. Like I'm so thankful that I haven't. But truly, the reason why, like the main reason why I haven't whacked up is because since I've lost all that money, I've just been so fucking anxious. Yeah, I'm just anxious about fucking finances and shit. And whenever I'm anxious about if I'm anxious about finances or I'm anxious about a hog, those are like the two things that can really like get my body. It's not even my brain. It's just my body that's scared. You know, it's a reptilian brain just like trying to figure out how am I going to survive? What the fuck am I going to eat today? You know, like that's fucking stressful. Not consciously stressful. It's subconsciously stressful. And whenever I'm subconsciously stressed, I'm never whacking off. It doesn't matter how drunk, how high I am. So that is like a good flip side. I know for a fact, like hypothetically, fucking Magic Genie fucking puts $1,000 in like my bank account or something right now. There's like a 99% chance within an hour I'm gonna get the most raging boner and the most like intense fucking urge to whack it, to like tug on my donger, because that subconscious thing is gone. It's gone. It's like, oh, I got a couple thousand in the bank. Okay, cool. So like everything, like being broke fucking sucks and I hate it. But I've talked to way more hogs, and I'm unfapped, which makes me way more spiritual. It makes me way easier to like read shit. It's how I was able to fucking read Jeremiah Wells beating fucking Apex's favorite fucking fighter. One of the reasons why I hate Apex, I don't hate Apex. I really don't hate anyone in New York, but Apex bothers me a lot because Oralby is like one of his favorite fighters. Like, how could that guy out of all the fighters, you're picking that guy as your favorite? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That guy? I mean, maybe he's just doing it as a LARP and he thinks it's funny, but even as a fucking LARP, I think it's pretty fucking lame. Right, little guy? Let's see. Takes a lot though to make it like Brandon Fingers. Joey, Joey, I can tell you're pretty drunk right now. I can't really tell what you're trying to mean with those statements. Keep forgetting women never lie. Oh, dude, they never lie, dude. Never once. Kayla Harrison will never lie to you, and she is 100% woman. She's definitely a genetic female. Obviously, look at her. That's all. You know what's crazy is like, whenever I start going into that women's sports T route, like that's YouTube hates that. So like I have to really dance around that shit. So I've had a few streams taken down, like where I start talking about like the WNBA and shit. YouTube fucking hates that, dude. Like I will 1000% get my stream taken down if I say anything else about Kayla Harrison. So in my book, on the record, that is 1000% a female. That's obviously why Kev's so attracted to her, because she's 100% genetic female. That's why she has adopted kids and looks like how she does. Obviously, she's a female. Fucking obviously. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot to make DMT with. The bucket of naphtha and mimosa hostels. My keyboard is fact. I hate Apex. He's retarded. He's so retarded that you don't even know what he's saying half the time. And like, I try to give him some leeway because I know English isn't his first language, or probably not even his second language. But at least be coherent, or like what's the point of even trying to relate with others if you can't even be fluent in the language? Like, it's really hard to relate with someone on like online where all you have is words, you know, like you don't have. And he's never been in VC. Not that I'd ever fucking want to fucking have VC, but all our VCs aren't in fucking Yarg anymore, anyways. That's not even by. That's not really by fucking what's it called? That's not by choice. For whatever reason, we always just end up in Bree Chandler. But I gotta thank Abs for that too. Like, Abs was the one who gave me the idea, because he was like negging me about Bree Chandler one day. This was a while. Like, whenever I decided to turn like Aspic MMA into Bree Chandler MMA, or maybe it was Mogul MMA, or maybe it was I had a few of them. But when he started like implying that I was like in love with Bree Chandler, I was like, oh my god. He gave me the idea. I was like, that's the idea. That's what it should be called. It should be called Bree Chandler MMA. And I highly ever doubt that I'll ever change it. But like, that's just perfect. Like, that's the meme I brought into existence. That's the funniest MMA based meme. I think I always makes me laugh. That always makes me laugh. I don't care if he thinks I'm sexually attracted to her. I am sexually attracted to 2013 fucking Brie. I don't fucking, like, we all are, dude. She was a fucking, she looked like a female. 2026 Brie is a different story. 2026 Brie is just a meme. 2013 Brie is a fucking, she's a fucking, I don't know how she fucking did it, and I don't know how the downfall was so severe. I mean, obviously she stopped taking her hormones. Oh, dude, this shit's gonna get taken down so much. I'm talking about fucking, I'm speculating other genders. Like, literally, I wasn't able to fucking post on this fucking shit for 90 days because I made that Brie Chandler rap. I forgot about that. Dude, YouTube hates that shit. That's like the number one thing YouTube hates more than anything else. It's like medical advice, like really good, like solid alternative medical advice, and speculating on genders. They do not like it. English is his second language, but even with that said, his takes are so terrible. I know, bro. When he was talking about he literally said the word "we." He's like, we're gonna have to wear him out in the first round, but we're gonna get him down in the second, when he's talking about Oralby versus Wells. And I was already thinking about betting on Wells. And when he said that, I was like, I have to bet on Wells now. I literally have to. Like, he's so sure of himself, and he's such a retard. There's such a good chance he's wrong, and the odds are so good, plus 750. You have to take a shot, dude. You fucking have to. Could extrapolate myself way better in Spanish than he does in English. Yeah, bro, I could extrapolate myself in any fucking language better than he does in English. Just give me fucking Google Translate, and I'll figure it out, dude. I will figure out how to make it intelligible, but for a person who speaks that native tongue, you know? Like, he should use Google Translate more often, for sure. But like, I think he's like actively trying to get a grasp on the English language, and he's just he's not that smart, and he's not that good at it, and he's really young. I know he's LARPing about being older now, but I remember him last year saying he was like 15 or something. So I don't think he's older than 16. And like the way he speaks and everything, he's not that old. She's a Maine coon. Big Peter Yan at minus 170. Thoughts? I don't think I'd bet him at minus 170, but I firmly believe he's going to win as long as he's healthy. I do worry He's coming off at least one, but maybe multiple surgeries, and he's coming off hair surgery too. We've noticed that multiple times this year, like having your hair a little bit different. His Tapology account says 2005. Wait, like he created it in 2005? Fucking Big Apex? Really? No way. No fucking way. Apex created his Tapology in 2005. That was blowing my fucking mind if that's true. Then he's actually an adult, and he's really that stupid. Even with the language barrier, that's insane, man. I believe you if you're saying it, but that's crazy. But yeah, with Jan, there are question marks. If he wasn't coming off hair surgery and fucking, I think shoulder surgery, I could be wrong, but I know it was major surgery, and yeah. So at 170, I'm not betting it because Merab, if Jan isn't on his game, you know, Merab can obviously smudge him. But if they're both relatively healthy, yeah, I'm going to, dude. I picked Jan all 3 fights. I picked Jan to win the first one. I picked Jan to win the second one. I'm gonna pick Jan to win the third one. He's the better fighter, and it's a terrible fucking matchup for Merab. And I'm always gonna go against those grapple heavy, lay and pray guys. I always am. If I even see the slightest like twinkle of a fucking hint that someone can do something about that, I'm probably gonna go with it. Very biased in that, but that's what makes fighting fun. Like, I don't want to fucking root for Merab or Islam or Hamza. That's why I always pick against him. Like, I'm always gonna fucking pick against. I picked Moicano fucking against fucking Islam, not because I thought Moicano was gonna win, but because I thought it would make the fight more fun for me, and I didn't want to be on the wrong side of history on the off chance that Moicano could win. And I did think that there was a slight chance that it could be a bad matchup for him, but I wasn't like sold on it. But I still picked him. I still fucking picked him. I remember going on hog sprees in 2017 when half the yard core was babies. Yeah, bro, I was going on. Yeah, when my first hog spree, fucking Big Sack wasn't even a glint in his father's eye. So I think that's pretty funny. But it's like, what's strange is like, even though there's so much of an age gap between me and Sig and Sack, like there isn't a huge like personality gap or like a huge I don't know, what does it call it, like maturity gap. I clearly have just had more time on this earth to gather more information, so I do think both of them, especially Sack, like refer to me a little bit more than I will refer to them, which makes sense. But like but it doesn't like put me above them or nothing. Like it doesn't, like the gap between us is like minuscule, despite a massive generational gap and a massive gap in like how we were raised. You know, I didn't have a smartphone until like 2013. It came out in 2007. I didn't get one until like 2013. So that's pretty late to that game. No, like 2005 in his username. Oh, when he was born. Okay, yeah, there you, okay. So that would make him 21 now, probably 20, 21-ish. I could have fucking sworn that he said he was 15 last year, but maybe he was joking, or maybe I was just drunk on Loco and he said 19 and I thought it was a 15. Very possible. The world got way more demonic post 2011. Yeah, dude, the world got way more demonic post 2007. I've said this so many times, but I was the last generation that grew up on TV and like having the internet, but it was like the internet wasn't this all-consuming thing because you didn't have access to it 24/7. It wasn't connected to your fucking hip, and it wasn't like spying on you the way it's spying on you now. You know, there wasn't algorithms and shit like trying to make you you waste all your time online. That shit didn't exist in 2007. That's when I graduated. So like, I graduated in the last pure class. And it's not even pure because television and internet, even without smartphones, did corrupt us, and video games and shit, but not to the extent that fucking what this is right now, you know? I spent the last how many hours? 4 hours just talking to a magical black rectangle for nothing, for no personal gain at all. I'm getting nothing for it. I'm just fucking doing it, just wasting my time, just shooting the shit. And like, and yeah, we're connecting, but like I'm not, I've said this before, but like I'm not the type of guy that can really hold a lot of people's attention. You can see it through like the viewership, you know. It's like the most it said, I was watching it, the most is 10, but it's really basically just you in here, Joey, and then occasionally like Sack and Sig will come in or something, and like, but like I'm too niche to stream unless I had a whole huge subscriber base, which is why I need to make an Instagram and like find my people who genuinely would like to hear me bullshit like this, like you do, you know. Larry, big Larry, his tail's funny, going haywire right now. We had the Super Soakers. Yeah, I had the fucking I had the fucking the Super or Master Blast, whatever it was, the 3000 Super Soaker 3000. The one is like a 14-pound fucking thing on your, like, it was a plastic backpack and it could hold 14 pounds of water, and it had a really strong pump. I had that, and I think I had the 2000 or the 2500 as well. I had a couple of them. And growing up in Temecula, like that's just what we did in elementary school. And during the summer, we would just super soak the fuck out of each other because it was so fucking hot. It was just really fun to have super soaker battles. And literally all year, Temecula almost never got cold. Literally, like by Cleveland standards, it never got cold. The lowest it ever got, like the lowest high would probably be like 55. The lowest low would always be in like the low 30s. But you're not super soaking at night. I mean, I'd hop on Vichy since I'm drinking for the first time since drunk driving. That U-Haul 2 weeks ago was literally blobbing and weaving a massive truck a couple of weeks ago. Nice. I love the cold. Dude, 20 to 4. Yeah, same. My body and my brain comes alive when I walk outside and it's fucking cold. Like you're walking into a refrigerator or a freezer. That's when I'm happy. Like there could be a foot of snow, over a foot of snow, and like the other people in the apartment complex, they're like miserable, you know, spending an hour fucking getting the snow off. Like most times, unless I'm in just in a genuinely bad mood, most times when that's happening, I'm fucking what's it called? I'm happy. Like I'm joyous, and I'm wearing fucking flip flops. I'm wearing the same shit. Like I hardly ever dress for winter. It's gotta be really brutal for me to even put on a jacket. But Big Joey, do you want a Vichy right now? Because I feel like this stream's pretty much shot. I don't. You're the only one that said anything for at least probably an hour by now. If you want to hop on Vichy, I'm sure Sig and Sack might want to. Well, Sig is a jobby now, so yeah, it's just me and you. Yeah. Well, do you want to hop on Vichy right now? Because I'm willing and able. And for me, it's way easier because it's so hard for me to just keep on talking, and especially since I've been doing this for like 4 hours now. One sec, let me see if any. God, you're making me so fucking jealous right now. You're making me so jealous. All I want to do so bad is to roll. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I can buy alcohol at Sheetz up until 1 a.m. on every day besides Sunday. So I still could do it, but I don't have any money, so I can't do it. And at Sheetz, it's more expensive. Like at Walmart, a fifth of vodka, I don't know what it's like in fucking Baltimore. A fifth of vodka in Ohio, the cheapest one, which really isn't even the, which is by not even close to the worst vodka I've had. There's way more expensive ones that I've had are way worse. But like the Caliber brand, $3.12. That's a rollback price. But even the normal price is like $3.80. But like the last few months, it's been $3.12 for a fifth of vodka. Like, it doesn't get more economical than that. I can send you some shmoney. I got 12 shoot. Bro, Joey, I would appreciate it so much if you send me some shmoney and just so I can drink a little bit more. If you like, yeah, I'm not asking for it. If you're offering, dude, I would fucking, yeah. I can show you my bank account. I have $2 and I don't know. I can fucking, okay. It's a 6 soul. The number 6 and then soul. So not SIX soul. The number 6 soul, and then when you put it in, it will say Ryan Nowicki on it. So like you'll know it's me. I'm in a rough spot too, but I'm down to send someone. Dude, yep, that's it. 6 soul. Dude, I appreciate it so much. You are such a lifesaver, dude. And that one time you sent me $20 in Monero, I kept it for a really long time. And then I was in a really tough spot. I can't remember. I think it was like last year, but it came back and helped me a lot. So like I really appreciate it. And Sig has helped me multiple. Sig even lent me fucking $50 when my fucking check wasn't coming through because of fucking what's it called? Oh my god, what's it called? Juneteenth. I got screwed over because of Juneteenth, and I should have gotten paid like 3 days before. And he just sent me $50 and just like to a fucking stranger. I mean, obviously I paid him back, but yeah. So like, we get by with a little help from our friends, yeah. And this is like, this is the story of my life. If I can provide value, just me bullshitting, or like just me being myself and just like trying to give value, then I will get value in return. Like that's it. And I think that's a really healthy way for everyone to look at life, is to not be so you get what you give. You always get. Let's say that stupid song. You're gonna get what you give. If you give it out enough, you will get it in return. That is the law of the land. I like, you could say love is the law, which it is on the deepest level. In this realm, I don't think it is, but the law of reciprocation absolutely is. Like whatever value you can give to someone, whether it's money, whether it's like anything, literally anything, food, fucking literally anything, just being a fucking shoulder to cry on, fucking just being someone you can relate to, or making someone feel less alone. Anything, like it comes back to you. You still got that Edge wallet? I believe I do. I don't think I deleted it. Pretty sure I didn't. 99% sure I didn't. But I can't really check right now, because if I do, it will ruin the stream. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh my god, I've been on top messages this entire fucking time, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, so it's like I missed a couple. Let's see. But you probably already know it. Wait, probably already know what? Dude, I was looking, like when I first started the stream, I was looking for the setting to get me into fucking all chat, and I just assumed that it would be all chat. But you could just DM Big Dakota Davis, who broomsticked a guy, and find my name. Wait, what you talking about? What you talking about, Big Joey? I don't really know what you're talking about right now. But anyways, do you want to have a shit down? And if you send me some money right now, I can go to Sheet. I got 25 minutes. Dude, I remember when I was getting locos. Oh, the big cat broomstick. Yeah, that actually happened. I mean, I know. Yeah, that's a good Kevlar, even though I don't think it actually happened. A lot of Kevlar didn't actually happen. Like obviously, Big Live, 1,000%. There is no way Big Kev would have the confidence. Uh, I got 25 minutes here. Let me check. All right, cool. Well, like what we can do, Joey, like we can get our alcohol, and then at 1 o'clock or whatever, or just whenever we come back home, or I'll just text you whenever I'm back, or you text me whenever you're back, and then we can have a shit down. We could have a proper shit down after, because I do want to talk to you. I'd much rather talk to you, hearing your voice, than fucking, just seeing you type. Yeah, let's get our alky. Yeah, let's fucking get it, dude. I appreciate it. I wasn't gonna drink the rest of fucking August, but dude, I don't get a chance to fucking shit down with you hardly at all, and I value the is that like you and Preacher are more like, you and Preacher type less often in Yarg, and are even in shit down even less. So like whenever I get a chance to talk to you guys, I'm always like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And if I could be drunk on top of it, should I barely hop in? Dude, that's good. Like, like the more someone is in Yarg or just on Discord, period, just like the worse their life is, like the more lonely their life is at the moment. So like it's good. Like so that's why I'm hoping Preacher just like found a hog, or he's just doing something, or just going through something mental. But like it'd be, have we had a Preacher Joey 6 shit down? That's like Preacher Joey 6 sack, like and Sig, like that's like the Monstars in fucking Space Jam, Monero. Well, I prefer. Oh, I prefer fucking a Cash App, just because I got 20 minutes, and it's gonna take me a while to fucking figure out. A, I don't even know if I have the Edge wallet. B, yeah, if you can do Cash, if not, then whatever. But like, I don't think I even have enough time to fucking do that and then walk across the street, because I don't even have enough gas. The next time I use my car, I have to go get gas. Period. Yeah, Monero takes a while too. So I have to walk across the street to Sheets. Okay, I got disconnected a second. I know Preach is Danish, but I haven't talked to him. Yeah, Preach sounds exactly like Magnus Carlsen. Like his voice sounds, and like his vocal demeanor reminds me so much of Magnus Carlsen, and I love Magnus. Magnus, in a sea of fucking nerds, like there's so many nerdy chess people on the top. Magnus is the number one, and he is not a nerd in the slightest. He is the opposite of a nerd, and same with Preacher, like there's a lot of fucking nerds in fucking Yarg, but Preacher ain't no nerd. And I Sig is definitely a little bit of a nerd. Sig and Jams and Abs, they're a little nerdy with Star Wars, but I've always had like a soft spot in my, even though I haven't watched that shit or played that shit in years, I have always had a soft spot in my heart for Star Wars, Yarg Wars, just because of the concept of the light side and dark side. And when you really think about it and you really look into it, the light side isn't quite as light as they tell you, and the dark side isn't quite as dark as they tell you. Like there's shades of gray in there. So I always like that aspect, and I like that spiritual undertones of everything that's going on. But I know nothing about the new Star Wars and all the shit they talk about. Like whenever they talk about it, whenever they start talking about video and stuff, like my eyes glaze over. Only video game I've played in years is a Shattered Pixel Dungeon on my phone, which is definitely a fucking autism honeypot for sure. But it is really fun. Like it is a thinking person's game. Oh, and I'm gonna send some crypto. Give me an LTC or bro. I don't have enough time, dude. Okay. Stay here. But like, dude, I literally don't have enough time. Bro, I can't even log in right now, dude. Like, it's making me fuck because it's been too long. A, I think I have to fucking update the app. B, I have to then I have to fucking, what's it called? Type in the fucking what's it called? I can't even think anymore. I have to go through my email and have that fucking the code that, you know, they send you a code to like make sure it's you and blah 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 blah. That shit. Oh, Larry. So like, I literally just don't have time. I hate denying free money. I can do it. I mean, we can do it, but like, I'd much prefer. I don't know how much a bottle of vodka costs at fucking Sheetz, but I don't think it's more than like $5. And I have $2 in my Cash App. So like, if you could just send me like $4 or $5 in Cash App, that will be enough to get me some vodka. I'm pretty sure. And if not, I can get some hard alcohol. But I literally have to start fucking walking now if we're gonna do it. So this is a yes or, like, should I fucking go? Actually, I have to fucking sprint because I gotta pee right now. One time I was at Sheetz and it was like 12:50, and I was just waiting there. To buy my alcohol. Just waiting. Finally, it's like 1:01, and she's like, "Oh, I can't sell this to you anymore." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was sitting here for fucking 10 minutes, 20. Holy shit, 25. I was, dude. Holy shit, that's insane. Holy fuck. I appreciate it so much. That's insane. That's crazy. Yeah, but peeing. I'm gonna sprint. Oh, I can't sprint. I don't have shoes to sprint. But luckily, I do have Sheetz right across the streets. But it's still like dude. We're cutting it close, dude. We're cutting it really fucking close. I'm putting my shorts on. Oh, my piss stinks so bad. Oh my god, dude, it's so bad. Oh, it's so nasty. All right, I'm naked, right? Okay, hopefully you didn't see my donger. Did you see my donger? I'm sorry if you saw my donger. I was not trying to flash you my donger. It was just something that accidentally happened. But what's going on, Big Joe? Wait, should I? All right, I'll do Cash App. Like I said, you could just send me like $5 in Cash App and the rest, like the rest in fucking I could do that Ethereum shit later, but like right now I don't have time to do it. Like I have to go. I don't even have time to turn off the AC. Okay, I'm going. I'm rolling. We're rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Do I have my one? Yeah, I have my one. Okay, cool. All right. The beautiful projects of Cleveland. Hopefully I don't get stabbed or shot. Being shot is way more likely than being stabbed, obviously. All right, I think I can make it, and hopefully those motherfuckers are there to fucking. Well, if not, if they say like one. No, I'm not gonna say it was on YouTube. Never mind. There was one time something that same situation happened to me 2 times. I say, and one time I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm getting my alk. I do not care. Wonder who's here now. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm Sack. We're gonna have a shit down soon. Me and Joey are gonna have a shit down pretty soon. So yeah, I'm just rolling to find a hog right now. No, not really. Joey's sending me fucking alcohol money so we can have a fucking drunk shit down in fucking 15 minutes. And I got yes, it's 12:45 right now, so I got 15 minutes. I got 15 fucking minutes to make it there, get the alcohol. Hopefully, I know they used to have fucking vodka, but I don't know if they still do. And then they used to have Loco, but then they fucking changed it. One sec, it's not going through. Wait, it's not good. I hope it's not because of my account. I don't think so, because Sig sent me $10 2 days ago. Like I do owe $40 on my fucking Cash App account, but I owe it on Friday, so like it'll still be fine. Like it's not gonna fucking eat your money. Wonder why it's not going through. Oh shit, it came through. Thank you. Thank you, dude. $10 for vodka. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully it's vodka. And they, okay, so they stopped. I'm just gonna fucking stream fucking in it, I don't care. But they stopped selling the camos and all Locos, but they started selling the Loco yeah, it worked, dude. Now I know your last name. Now I'm gonna dox you. I'm just kidding. Now they only have the, what's it called? The pregame Locos, and they're like twice as expensive, but it's the same fucking thing. But it's twice as expensive, but half the amount. And like the amount of alcohol I've been drinking lately, I need a full Loco minimum, fucking minimum. So let's see what we got here. Ugh. I'm really sick of fucking living here since I was a fucking nomad before. But it is the most convenient place I've ever lived by a mile. I got fucking Drug Mart right across the street. I got Sheetz right across the street. I got a bunch of fast food right across the street. I got fucking Walmart across the street. And then a whole bunch of other things that are really close by. Like within walking distance if I had to. Alrighty. Alright, we're almost here. Hopefully they have vodka. Cause I don't want to spend money on a Loco if it's fucking if it's the fucking small bottles of it. It's fucking bullshit, dude. Fucking bullshit. Alright. I hope they didn't change their laws, because fucking Walmart changed their alcohol laws recently, and I don't know if it's like a state thing or a city thing, or well, first I'm looking for oh, they actually do have camo, so I might get that. Hold on. I look for their hard alky. Oh, there we go, dude. There we go. This, yeah, how much? Oh, that's gonna be cheaper. Okay, there we go. All right. How's it going? Good. How about you? I'm all right. I'm okay. Is that all for you? Yeah, that's it. All right. All right, thanks so much. Okay. You want me to see? No, you. All right. It'll be gone tonight. Thank you, you too. got my body. Got my body of Aki. So Joey, are you ready to BC? Or if you're not ready to BC, just text me when you or Sack. Are you down to VC? Like we need to have a meeting of the fat schizo minds right now. It sucks buying alcohol at fucking Sheets though. It's like this was the same exact vodka at J Mart. Is like $3.80 or something for a fifth, and yeah, this was like 5 something. But J Mart closes at 10 ETC. Do you think the going to Woody's, Big Woody? Do you think the people at the actual J Mart, like the one in Millwood, West Virginia, do you think they miss fucking, what's it called, Big Kev at all after seeing him every day for like a year, rolling in drunk? I like to think they miss him. Like they knew who I was talking about when I called and asked about him when he was fucking when he was at fucking Nighab. I mean, it wasn't Nighab, but basically Nighab. I mean, West Virginia rehab, so it can't be much. Well, no, I take that back. It's way better than whatever the fuck I experienced. I try to block that out of my mind as much as possible. That was a bad month. September, man. Fucking September. Big Kylie said it. The hog I dated sophomore year. She's like, you know that song "Wake Me Up When September Ends"? I'm like, yeah, it's like the most popular song right now. And she's like, well, haven't you noticed that every September fucking sucks? And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, yeah, you're right. You know, like for me, a lot of it was like, like Temecula in September is like still one of the hottest months. Like it doesn't cool off until well into October. Usually way past my birthday. And I'm always like so sick of the fucking summer by then that it makes it fucking brutal. But even here, even in Ohio, where Septembers are generally pretty pleasant, even this August, like it's been really humid, but it hasn't been that hot. It generally, it's like, I'd say June and July, that's when the heat waves usually come around here. Like I know it's worse where you are, for sure. Like here is like 75 degrees today. Damn near 100% humidity, so it's not like it felt great, but it's still only 75, where I know if you're just like a little bit further south, it gets in the 80s and 90s real quick. Like I love Cleveland climate. I just don't like Cleveland people. I'm not a born Clevelander at heart, but there are small communities around here that I totally am. Like I totally would fit in. Well, you're in BC? All right, dude. I'm logging off right now. Thanks for watching. See you in BC. Love you. And thanks for the money, dude. Appreciate it.